And we're going to put a marker right here for our awesome archive team, let them know we're getting into the game. We're going to tab over to this screen. I'm going to completely ignore the fact that I forgot to unmute, and I'm going to turn some music on because we are finally back. We are finally back with our group of awesome people ready to play some fun. Where is my... There it is. And it's been a while. It's been a while in IRL. It's been a little bit of time in game, ostensibly, but our heroes are still in the midst of a dungeon. They are beneath Eagle's Eyrie, which is located on a mountain on the edge of the spine of the world near the 10 towns town of Easthaven?
I think it's Easthaven.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
They found a giant talking tree and an orc clan and some Goliath representatives and a door that led down into the mountain where they found a firstborn facility that was filling up with lava and threatening to explode out into the plain, which would have been bad. Our heroes are in the process of trying to fix it, and in so doing, they went spelunking. And by that I mean they went cave diving, and then they found a city which was full of bad stuff. And they ran from the bad stuff and holed up in a bank where they found a lot of loot, some doors that they tried to open successfully, some doors that they didn't open successfully, and a hell of their own making in the form of a mirror battle.
The Darkling fight from Ocarina of Time.
Yes. And then they rested. I don't remember how long.
It was a long rest.
The elf is like a dragon avatar now, which is dope. But basically, you guys are still in this bank, and the floor is yours. Like, you have dealt with the immediate danger. There's no more pounding at the doors of the vault. You're still in the Darkforge City.
Could I see about recovering the arrows used in that mirror battle?
Did you leave the vault?
We
Did
haven't
you
left yet.
Yeah, then by all means.
I know exactly how many I used during that fight. 21 bleed and 4 regular.
Perfect. So roll a d25 minus 1, so d24.
Come on, Knuckle.
Make sure you're rolling as your characters. You can get 10 arrows back. You'll get the standard arrows back, and then the remainder will be bleed arrows. Just bleed arrows are more fragile.
Yeah, that's fine. I did not roll well on that.
No, you did not. You also rolled the wrong number of dice.
Oh, I rolled a 1d20. Oh. Well, shit.
Rip. But yeah, you can get 10 arrows back. Which makes sense, right? Because there was a lot of high-energy projectiles flying around.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And there was a lot of hard surfaces to impact.
Can you give me a bit? Supper's ready.
Yeah. So you guys are still in the vault. Your foes have been defeated. Is there anything you guys want to do in here before we move on?
Do not have anything in particular. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Cool.
I know some people might need to rest, but
I think we said we long rested at the end of last session. I know it's been a while.
I thought you did, but nobody said anything.
doesn't according to my spell slots, I haven't, but I
haven't either.
Yeah.
We long rested at the end of our session.
I thought you had as well. Wind, Dawn, can you confirm?
Yeah, we rested.
Well,
Okay.
heck. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna
You
guess
two
I'll
can
go
get
ahead
the
and
benefit of a
roll.
long rest then.
All right.
Love having a constitution of stupid.
Yeah. +4 is not of stupid. Of stupid is like passive perception 21. That's stupid. +4 is not stupid.
A con of 4 is still damn good.
Yes, it is, but you're also the tank.
Yes, it's still good.
Yes,
An
it is.
int of 24 is stupid.
Yes.
Do you speak from experience?
Yes. That's Aerother's
Yeah.
current int.
A strength of 26 is stupid.
Yes, it is. Dawn has a strength of 26?
No.
Sockham does. I'm
Welcome
pretty
does.
sure.
Solcom does. So, what do you guys want to do?
So we've handled the mirrors.
Yep.
We've
Wait, did we do... We didn't do camp actions, did we?
No.
No, so you didn't
No.
long rest, you short rested.
I don't think we went through the process because that was at the very end of the
Yeah,
session.
we were running really late.
Were you
We were going.
The fact that some of you don't have spell slots marked and some of you don't have HP, and we didn't do camp actions, I understand we were running late, leads me to believe that you guys did a short rest, not a long rest.
We said we were doing a long rest, and then we cut the session.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we said we were going to do a long rest, and then you gave a small little cutscene, and then we ended the night.
Okay.
I'm gonna be muted, but I'm gonna take my laptop with me so I can listen in.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can pull your tokens out with our special little downtime actions board. You guys, I am iffy about letting you guys do downtime actions in a dungeon. However, circumstances being what they are, you do have a safe haven that is fortified, and you're not currently being accosted. So in this instance, I think it's fine.
Very cool.
And we'll deal with Kilios when Valerian gets back. So, yeah, animal care, your mounts are outside. Healing, did everybody get back to full from that long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hunting and foraging. I'm assuming nobody is going out of the vault.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Not yet.
Pitch and break camp. How are you camping? Are you going to set up your tent in the vault, Dawn?
No.
Okay.
not tents, but like pull out rough like knapsacks or some shit.
All
I'll
right, so
probably just like put out our bedrolls or something.
I was going to say bedrolls. Probably not even a fire, realistically.
No.
Yeah.
Might need to stir up some of the debris from the mirrors though.
Yes.
I'm sure it's still pretty warm in here from the aftermath.
Yes. So if you want to clean up some of the debris and like write some stuff, whatever, then somebody is going to need to take the pitch break camp action.
Fuck.
Okay. Take watch. I know I just said the doors were fortified, but it might behoove somebody to just keep an eye on the outer doors if you want to.
That,
Who's
but
that
also who
person?
knows what other secrets this place holds.
Who's that person with passive stupid?
Kelio, I think.
Have Kelio do that then.
I do also have passive of
According
stupid.
to Wolfwalker.
If you want to explore the vault more, that would be under other, not take watch, Birchmela.
Hmm?
You said we also might want to explore this place. That would
No,
be
I meant in terms of there could be threats here other than behind the door.
Yes, we got them.
right. That would not be take watch. That would be other. Still. Wayfinding. Is anybody going to go out and scout? Again, I'm assuming if you're not going to go out and hunt and forage, I'm assuming you're also not going to go out and scout.
No.
Okay.
Does that kind of stuff is Kilio, and I assume there isn't much to scout here.
There's tons
There's an
to
entire
scout.
city out there.
There's
Well, yeah,
tons to
but-
scout.
Yeah, there's a lot
but
out.
it comes down to, are you leaving the vault?
Yeah.
And the answer should remain no, if you ask me.
So then everybody else has actions to take over here, as you like.
I'm just trying to figure out where I should put Dawn.
Laws of route. I'm double checking.
I'm just saying, Lash, instead of take watch, you can use your paladin class action to ward your campsite.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna ask if Wind or Kilio would take watch.
You don't
I
need
can
to if
take
you're
watch.
warding the camp, is what I'm saying.
Huh.
Remember, Kilio, you get 3 because Dawn Caller. Okay. So go ahead and put your stuff on the board, and we'll talk about what everybody's doing. Ow! Oh, that's pleasant.
You good?
I will be. My knee is offset. There it goes.
Oh.
Okay.
That seems to happen to you quite a lot.
Yes, it does. I have very loose joints, and I move my legs around at odd angles to set up my chair. Like every 10 minutes or so. It does happen to me a lot. You're very right. It's a persistent injury that I have.
What does pitch break camp involve if we're not getting out the tent?
Cleaning up. Berkmilo specifically said cleaning up the area, making space for
Yeah, there's probably like
campsite.
broken glass everywhere.
Fortifying, things like that.
I was just thinking, might want to let someone else do that, because then you could take the fighter class action and help everyone's training.
True. Anyone want to tag out?
Which is also something, well, I don't know. Does mine apply to that, the Prayer of Guidance?
No.
No.
No, it does not. Prayer of Guidance increases rolls for, like, foraging or, like, taking watch or for healing.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
it's a guidance spell. It does not give extra pips like the fighters does.
You're right.
I can take over cleanup if you want.
Alright.
I also have a class action thing that
Sure.
allows me to add to
Because you're a paladin.
stuff. Yeah. Would it be 2 different class actions to set
Yes.
to do both the assistance and
Correct.
the training?
Correct.
All right. Then I'll just set up wards for tonight. Trust this place as far as I can throw it, and I cannot throw this place.
Kilio, put just a single letter in chat if you can hear me. You're going to get more than 2 points of Piercer, probably, because of Furida's class action. So make a note of that when the roll comes up.
I'm debating what I want to do with my last one. If I just want to put more towards training or like help in some other way.
Mm-hmm.
Class action could be good, actually.
The wizard class action gives additional spell slots, I think,
Yes.
but it risks a wild magic surge, which is dope as
I
fuck.
already did 10.
Pardon?
I already had 10 wild magic surges. What's another?
Yeah, right.
Jesus, I forgot about that. Not gonna lie.
Dawn and Wind, get on the board.
I have no idea what to do with my things.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now.
Because I have a clock for askew materials, but realistically, that only covers things up to 250, right?
150.
150? So I don't have any spells that I use that could really benefit from it.
Eschew materials also removes the need for a divine focus.
That would be important. Well, I also have Warcaster, so I don't have to present that. I can just have that in the open.
Right? But, like,
What if you lose it?
yeah, it can still be targeted. Am I saying Eschew materials is the best thing you got in the world? No. but I am saying it's not useless.
Right. It's just getting it doesn't feel as useful as I thought it would be when I initially put up the clock.
No,
you know
absolutely. It's much better for wizards.
I have no idea what to do.
Is there any new abilities that you want? And if not, do you want to take up a crafting discipline? Do you want to learn a new skill? Do you want to, like, Irithir,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna throw this at you. You should get Galdur's Tower out of the archive, because Galdur's Tower can make crafting stations and libraries for research.
It's a good idea. I believe I have enough wizard shit for it. That's a conjuration spell, right?
I believe it is. What were you going to say, Lash?
Galdur's Tower was just like Leomund's tiny hut, but slightly upscaled.
No, you can set. It is. It's the next. You are correct. It is the next tier up from Leomund's tiny hut. However, you can furnish it.
That's very cool.
What level spell is that?
3rd? I think?
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
I've got alchemy training going, but I can't make any more progress into that.
You can if Irithir gets Galdur's Tower.
True. Well, I don't have.
I'd need
supplies.
6 hours and 150 GP worth of wizard shit to get it.
Do you have... So, like, that's a camp action. So just, like, move one of these over. And then, like, do you have enough wizard shit?
Yeah. I've still got 225.
That might be a worthwhile investment, especially if you've got some people not sure of where to go. Like, for Guiding Wind's crafting shit alone, I feel like Galdur's Tower is worth it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you want to hear the ridiculous list of things that I am novice in? Herbalism, smithing, enchanter, appraiser, shaman, and navigation.
Take the pillow away from your face.
I don't have a pillow.
You're really muffled. You might be on the wrong mic.
I was going to say, this week on Cookie ASMR.
Same though.
Here, let's see if taking off my
Oh, hey,
little
there you
filter.
There you go.
Did that do anything?
No, you're still muffled. Like,
I
you're
don't know why.
You were good, and then you went right
loud
back.
and you're audible, but you're muffled.
I am not sure why.
Face is like way too close to your mic.
Oh, I don't think that's it. I think it's literally he's on the wrong mic, because his mic doesn't usually sound like that. So, Wind, Dawn, you guys need to go on the board. Like, give us something. Okay. If you don't have any clocks that you want to further right now, is there anything else in your story or in this area that you want to do?
Oh, that reminds me.
That reminds you?
I want to investigate that journal. Those journals.
Yes. Did we?
You guys didn't meet about that. You were supposed to, but you didn't.
Did we meet about that, Birchmiller?
We did a little bit.
Okay. Then I can give you a little bit.
I was gonna say, I swore to God you two did.
I thought they didn't. My bad.
Dawn and Wind.
You know what? Magic Initiate is a 12-point clock, right?
I believe so. You need more spells?
I'm gonna try diversifying a little bit.
To that end, could I recommend Metamagic Adept instead?
Ooh, wait a minute. What was that good one that came up in Crown the other night?
That good one?
Yeah, I know. I said that. I'm trying to think of the name. I apologize.
What is it? Like, describe it.
Magic Adept.
Oh, yeah. Like, so, for those of you who don't want Crown of Fangs, I took the Initiate feats, Fighter Initiate, Magic Initiate, Mathematic Initiate, etc., and I turned those into 3-point tracks. So you have Initiate, Adept, and Mastery now, and each one gives more stuff. What are you looking for, Dawn?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember at all what Adept does.
It does the same thing. Well, it does level 2 of what the Initiate stuff does.
Initiate just gives you a cantrip and a spell from your choice of
Correct. So,
class.
so Mage Adept would give you an extra spell slot, 3 additional spells, and your spell save goes up by 1.
Oh, that's good. I'm back, by the way.
Hello.
Dinner was good.
Welcome back.
For dinner.
Dinner was mashed potatoes, rice, and smothered pork chops.
You should have seen what Battle Adept does to Mariner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I need Magic Initiate to go for Magic Adept?
Yes, because they go in a line.
Okay.
So if you want to start with Magic Initiate, that's fine. Wind?
What are the clocks for gaining proficiency with a skill or gaining expertise with a skill?
So it's not quite that simple. It's as you go up in skill training. I've got like several levels of skill training. They give recipes and abilities each level. You start with novice, you go up to grand mastery, and when you hit journeyman, you get proficiency, and when you hit expert, you get expertise.
I mean, like the base skills like Arcana, History.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yep.
You also might want to look at the feat skilled.
Yep. The feat
I mean,
skill
that
is really good for that.
It is.
It'll give you journeyman proficiency in three skills, 2 skills?
I believe it's 3.
3.
It is 3.
Which is a 14-point clock? Better value.
Yeah.
At some point, we gotta sit down and just get Val to write all this stuff out and put it into the.
I've been
brewer's
hounding
belt.
him about it, and he's like, when I get a new job, I'll have more time, so we'll see.
Yeah.
That starts Monday.
Screw it. Let's start a clock for skilled.
Okay. So 1 for interest, 1 for starting it. Okay, so starting from left to right, Pitch Bright Camp, Guiding Wind is dealing with that. Breaking Dawn, who do you want to assist?
If I can we come back to that when we look at the clocks?
Yes. Birchmila, roll 5d4.
5d4, here we go.
Oof. So 3 people are not getting any additional pips. 1 person is getting 1, and 1 person is getting 2. What's it gonna be?
5. That's what matters.
Do I get to choose, or
Yes,
does it
you get to choose.
go down the line?
You get to choose.
Well, fuck.
It can
I
go down
think
the line
everyone
if you
should-
want to.
I think everyone should say what they're working on, I guess.
Yeah.
I need a total of 3 for eschew materials.
And you're already getting 2.
Mm-hmm. A +1 would help.
Okay.
A plus 1
Um,
would get you there, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I'm working on a clock that's currently at 2, so I'm low on it right now. 2 out of 14.
Okay.
It's called Piercer. It will increase my dex by 1, and when I hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, I can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice, and I must use a new roll. If I score a critical hit that deals piercing damage, I can roll it one additional damage die when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes.
Right, I think I finished that clock and crown and never put it in like a dingus.
Okay. Lash, what is your clock for?
I'm working on the Sentinel feat because I saw what it could do for Congo in Crown of Fangs. And
Nice.
it's a 12 pip clock. I'm currently at 4.
Okay.
Dawn is starting Magic Adept, Magic Initiate, and Wind is starting Skilled. So 2 each.
Okay.
So who you gonna screw?
I think Irithyr is gonna get that single pip for
Okay.
issue materials. And then I think I'm gonna give the 2 points to Lash.
Okay. So
Sentinel's
Lash,
real good.
yeah. So Lash, you get 2 additional pips for your training. Irithyr, you get 1 additional pip for your training, and that's Firgo's class action. Lash, you're warding the camp. Let's check the wording on that. Just because I haven't done this in a while, it's always good to refresh. The Paladin may use themselves as an anchor to protect the camp from danger by speaking a prayer of warding. When doing so, designate a number of targets. These targets can come and go freely. Any other entities that enter the warded campsite set off the ward, and the Paladin is immediately alerted to their presence and their intentions. Okay?
Of course, to the north. And
You're
the rest
cutting
of
out
it
really bad at the beginning of your sentences.
Son of a bitch.
There you go.
So yeah, it's the champions are the ones allowed to enter and exit with no issue. They're the marked ones. And the rest of it is just setting wards as if laying chains to protect the camp.
Okay. Kelio, you are packing everybody's gear, yeah?
Yeah.
The ranger can pack everyone's gear efficiently, making travel easier. The party covers more ground, ignores difficult terrain, and gains a bonus to resist exhaustion from hard marching.
I remembered this was really good in the case for the lava situation, preventing stuff from falling out, stuff like that.
Yes. Okay. And then Irithyr, you're doing the wizard action?
Yes.
Using knowledge of the magical currents of the world, the wizard can cause ley lines to express around the campsite. Roll a d10. A roll of 1 causes a wild magic surge. 2 to 9 causes all party members to with magical affinity to gain 1 additional spell slot of a level they would normally possess until their next long rest, and 10 causes both results. Keep in mind, you're trying to pull from the archive. The other wizard ability, any character studying as part of another action involving intelligence can immediately re-roll a failed check to find the correct information. That applies to spellcraft.
True.
If you would rather use that.
It would benefit only me in this instance, but
You are correct.
getting Galder's Tower will benefit everyone.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'll
up to
probably
you.
use that this time.
Okay. So Lash, you're putting 3 points total into Sentinel. Irithyr, you're putting 3 points total into
Issue materials.
Issue materials, thank you. Kelio's putting 2 into Piercer.
Can I get the exact wording of that feat, by the way?
Yes.
Sorry.
It removes material components from all spellcraft up to a total of 150 gold. Like, if the price of the material component is less than 150 gold, that your spells no longer require material components.
Is there an upgraded version of this feat?
There is.
Winner wins $1 million prize. First to ask.
I haven't decided on what I'm going to call it yet. But there is an upgraded version of this feat. It goes up to 300. But it is expensive. It is a time investment. It is 23 pips.
Holy shit.
Call,
Dang.
call that SQ better shit.
I
Yo,
would
that's
prob-
not that much of
I would
that's
prob-
not that much of investment. I'm on a 50-turn clock right now.
Yeah, right. I'll probably call it like fucking exile materials. I'm not sure.
SQ reagents.
Maybe. Anyway, Dawn, you're getting 2 points in magic initiate, and Wind, you're getting 2 points in skill. Dawn, who's getting the additional pip?
Give it to Lash.
Okay, so Lash, you get another point towards Sentinel.
What's your sentinel clock at now, Sibs?
Sibs just got 5
fine.
points. No, excuse me, 4 points.
Am I fucking up math? Give me 1 second.
What were you at before?
I was at 4.
So you're at 8.
Okay.
How'd she get 4 points?
1 for herself, 2 from Firga, 1 from Dawn.
Okay, she got Firka's. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm only 4 away. This will be fine.
Yes. Okay, Irithyr's gonna try to pull from the archive. 6 hours and 150 gold are obliterated into the nether. You can make your check to try to pull from the archive, and if you fail, you can re-roll it.
I mean, Nether isn't completely off considering where we are.
Yeah.
DC 13 Arcana, I believe, right?
Yes, that's correct.
You get the war banner.
Shouldn't be hard. There you
What's
go.
your
Nailed it.
plus Arcana, Irithyr?
10.
Plus 10.
Holy shit, never mind. Fuck the war banner.
Yeah, so you're good. You now have Galder's Tower added to your spell list. Figure out what was your other... Oh, the journals.
Correct.
So I have some notes, but I think you have the majority of them.
Okay.
How do you want to do this? Like, do you want me to go over what's in there? Again, do you want me to just say this is what's in there? You can bring it up as a story beat whenever you want because you have that information.
Mhm.
For the sake of the VOD, how do you want this to move forward?
That's a good question. So I had suggested something of interest in the journals, but I left it to you to be what that specific detail would be.
I can also give you charges. Like, you look at
Okay.
the journals, you gain this many charges. When you want a story beat, you just tell me, like, I spent time looking at the journal, and I give you information.
Okay,
You want to do it that way?
sure.
Okay. So if you're going to spend some time looking over the journals, I'm going to give you 5 charges right now. And you can use those at literally any time to say, this is what's in the journal. I will say a synopsis. This is a journal from your aunt and uncle. They found this place. Duh. Your uncle got hurt. Your aunt went further north.
All right.
This is not the firstborn facility they wanted, apparently.
All right. Okay.
Apparently, they are looking for powerful artifacts. They refer to them as keystones most of the time. But, supposedly, there are firstborn facilities scattered around the multiverse, and in some of these, there are these keystones. And they found 2 references. One of them calls them Gifts of Moradin, and the other one calls them Moradin's Armaments.
Sorry, 1 second.
There is apparently not one here.
Sorry, Gifts of Moradin, and what was the other thing?
Moradin's Armaments. There is apparently not one here.
Okay.
there is several references of trying to find, quote, the facility in the river, end quote. There may be something there.
I think we've been there before.
A backtracking
Assuming it's the
quest,
same
you
river.
say?
Of course there's a backtracking quest. The world is not linear, my dude.
Yes.
Beyond that, you tell me when you want more information.
Alright.
So don't let it sit forever.
Right.
And with that, your long rest concludes. And when you wake up, are you guys setting a watch, or are you all just sleeping with Lash of Ward? I only care about if you're setting a watch, who is in the latest watch. It's probably Kilio, because just on call.
Yeah, I think Kilio takes late watch.
Okay. So, Kilio,
Mm-hmm.
what is your passive perception?
My passive, it's decent, but it's not wind stupid. It's 17.
Okay. Correct me if I am wrong, but you are, like, not in the vault, because the vault is, like, sealed in, it's hard to hear anything. So you're probably, like, at the front of the bank, like, sitting on the dragon statue, waiting until it's time to wake everybody else up. Is that reasonable?
That sounds reasonable.
Okay. 17 passive is pretty good. Let me roll against that.
Let me double check a thing. I just want to double check that it's not giving me expertise, because technically this isn't my favorite terrain.
Yes.
It is not giving me expertise.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll this. Say that. That's a natural one. Okay. So you're like just chilling in the dragon statue, waiting until everybody else wakes up. From the other side of the door, you hear a little bit of shuffling, which doesn't really catch your attention, and then you hear very clearly, "Ow!" And then somebody else says, "And this is why I told you to stay back," in common.
First time we've heard common down here.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize these voices?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch the music up a little bit, as I don't.
That was a misclick. Ignore that.
No worries. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This will do nicely. Yeah. You don't immediately place who says owl, but the woman that chided the person who said owl is very obviously Tiger Princess.
Yeah.
It's Eldred.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna wait another moment and then just climb down.
You wait another moment and you hear the sound of somebody trying the door. Like the door, like it doesn't open, it's locked, you locked it, but somebody like shakes it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna climb down and because I recognize the voice, I'm gonna go and step on the pressure plate.
Okay, you step on the pressure plate and
Wait. Can I interject real quick?
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah.
Cause Elf, I'm awake at this point, right?
Yes, but are you with Kilio or are you still in the vault?
Still in the vault.
So.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was like somewhere else.
Yeah, Kilio is in the front of the vault, and you guys are in the vault proper because Kilio can't really hear out there or in there.
Oh, and if Kilio needed to, she could piercing blade back into the main room.
Yeah. So you climb down, step the pressure plate. The doors like unhinge, start to slide open, and when they do, there's a flash of light. And as soon as there's enough space, there's just a crag cat pushing through the door, trying to like doesn't recognize you at first, just like on alert, crag cat pushing in.
Crag cat swipes like back pedals.
Yeah, the crag cat like growls at you, and then like as the door opens enough for the crag cat to like move in, it like stops and is like slowly tilts its head, and then you see Orvar peer around the door.
It's the bean.
So I have some art handouts for you guys.
Yes, lovely art handouts.
Yes, they're so good. I love these. So you see Kilio's boyfriend.
Not officially, but
No, it's official.
It's pretty official. You see,
I mean, yeah.
I
but
mean,
also,
so like it's Eldred, but you can't see that it's Eldred because she's currently in Cragcat form, right?
yes.
Like I have art for a Cragcat, and then also on the other side of the Cragcat, you see this guy, which I will just put over Wind's head.
I think I've seen him like in character, but I don't know.
Yeah. You've met him. You might even know his name. It's Alrune. I should have?
Oh yeah, that's right. Runyak sent me after Alrune.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have a Cragcat with art handout. I hope that I do. Give me just a second.
The answer is maybe.
Yeah, maybe, right? Because the Rip and Tear has not been entirely finished. I have Cave Bear. Thank you. Where is Crawling Claw? That's not what I want. I want... I'll just search for it. Maybe it'll come up. Cragcat. Come on. Oh, I do have an art handout. Hell yeah. It's one of these fuckers.
Ah, cool.
Him hungry.
Yes.
And huge.
I also have this handout, so I actually have two.
And very fluffy.
It's very fluffy. It's
You gotta be fluffy. It's so cold up here.
Yeah, but it's Eldred's like primary battle form. You've seen it before.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's like the Cragcat like goes to lunge at you and then stops. Is like very confused, makes the confused noise, and then Orvar and Alrune like poke their heads around. Orvar's got his longbow in his hand with an arrow knocked, and Alrune is carrying his axe and round shield.
Okay, there's time for questions and reunions later. In, quickly.
Yeah, they come inside and you close the doors. And like once the doors are like closed and sealed, the Cragcat just like pops up on its hind legs and then shrinks back down into the form of Eldred. And she just like leans on her spear and like looks at you. And she goes to say something and Orvar just hugs you.
Can I hear them yet, or
They haven't like maybe you heard the bobcat like attack
Maybe
snarl.
you heard the door opening.
Maybe you heard the door open and close, but like they haven't really said anything yet.
because at the first sign of conversation, I'm casting Disguise Self on myself
Valid.
to assume my old form.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. You can do that.
I think Killy was a little surprised by the hug, and returns it
Okay.
after a moment.
Yeah. So it's like you hug him, and then Orvar stands up and like puts his bow on his shoulder, because he could like set it on the ground to hug you, and then Eldred says like, "You're not what I expected, Wolfwalker."
Neither are you. How in the hells did you get down here? No, fuck that.
Orvar goes, "The door."
Bragg let you down?
He couldn't stop her.
Nah, she slow turns to Eldred. Doesn't say anything, but like, right, just kind of that side.
Where's Elder Runyak? We've got news.
Boy. Oh boy.
There's a lot you need to be caught up on.
There's a lot you need to be caught up on. All of you.
Then, come on, let's meet with the others. And Kayla like go around.
Yeah, like you go around and like you're a halfling, so like these are red-head warriors. Like they are tall and lanky.
Yes.
So, like, you show them the way, and all three of them, like, walk past you just because their natural stride. So, Irithyr, you see 3 late teenagers that you've never met before, like, come through the vault.
Yeah,
Kilio matches a regular person's speed.
Yeah, I never saw them. I was only at the moot for a short while.
Right, but are you hustling, Kilio? Because, like, they
no,
would just naturally step past you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, they you're
like,
right.
It's not like you're behind. It's just they will get to the vault. Like, for Irithyr will see them first.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think he offers, like, a greeting in Rekhedjic.
I think... Okay, so... Orvar doesn't really react. You see him just, like, looks at you, and then his eyes just flick elsewhere. Eldred, like, looks at you, notes that you're not Runyak, and physically turns away. And Alrune probably, like, there's a person here I don't recognize, like, reactively, like, raises his shield, and then you say something in Rekhedjic, and you see him, like, lower the shield, but he's still got a grip on his axe.
Huh.
And so everyone is awakened by, Alda, where are you?
Oh.
Oh no. Lash gets up pretty fast, just pokes head outside.
The young and loud
Your ward goes off. 3 people that you did not designate entered your ward. And so you know their intention is find Runyak.
Yeah, so it's up, out, see who it is.
Are these acquaintances of yours, Wolfwalker? How'd they get here?
That's what I'm wondering, but there's a lot of questions that need answers, and...
Who took the transporter?
There was a... Of course there was.
To fight our way down here. I'm not even going to ask why you're here. Alda, where are you?
Ericsson is not with us.
All 3 of them turn to look at you.
Take a seat where you may.
There is a lot to discuss, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so we crossfade to them, like, sitting around. Orvar has quietly taken a few of the boxes open and just put some stuff in his pack that he thought was interesting. We see, like, Eldred, like, touch one of the mirrors and then, like, just decided that she didn't like it. And, like, Alrune is trying to be Sigwolf, like, those of you who met Sigwolf. Alrune is trying to be the composed leader, but he's eclipsed by Eldred in almost every situation.
Yeah. Cool, poor Bean.
What's their reactions to giant polar bear man?
Given the company, not much. Like, because Lash and Dawn and Firga and Kilio are here, like, Irithyr and Wind don't really get a second look.
You are unusual. You are not the most unusual thing about this group.
Yeah.
It may as well just be, oh, of course they have a giant fucking polar bear now.
Yeah. Like, and also they all seem distracted. Like, they're aware of where you all are, and they seem distracted.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all were, like, sitting around, potentially having breakfast, I don't know. And they're like, antsy. Like, Eldred is, like, tying and retying the end of her spear. Orvar is, like, or not Orvar, Alrune is, like, fidgeting with his axe the whole time. And Orvar is, like, pacing. He can't stay seated.
So
where is he if he's not with you?
You're not going to like the answer.
you are not going.
Nay.
What, is he dead?
Oh.
Worse than that. Far
You know-
worse.
You
We
know
think.
that cloak? You know that cloak you Hedrick handed out for the moot?
We all tried to get it.
Well,
we didn't.
It still had some of that dragon's soul in it, and it took him over. Or at least it was trying.
Damn, Lash!
Both,
Fuck!
both,
Nice and blunt.
both Eldred and Orvar look at Alrune like he's responsible, even though he's not.
You said brusque, and I'm being brusque.
We are unsure.
Speak up, Nightfall.
We are
Yeah,
unsure.
your mic is turned. Turn your mic.
Yeah, let me fix that a little bit.
There you go.
There.
There you go,
How's
Mouse.
that?
Much better.
Okay. We are unsure of what we can do for him now.
He's not gone, per se, as far as I can tell. What I can glean from the situation is limited, though.
That explains what we found.
What'd you find?
Hey,
So Orvar reaches into his pack, and he rummages around for a little bit, and then he pulls out.
Please tell me he doesn't pull out the burned out helm from the pyre.
He doesn't pull out the burned out helm. He pulls out. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Oh.
We still have Runyak's banner on the cart.
Yes, I know. I'm looking for a specific thing, and for some reason, there it is. Player notes. He pulls out, like what looks like sheets of ice that are like they're like white blue on the outside. They're flat, almost like shaped like a license plate almost.
Yeah.
But they're sheets of ice and they're glowing from the inside. And he lays them out in front of him, and each one is a word. It's a word. It's a word made of ice. They're rectangular like license plates, but like the writing on them seems to be part of the ice.
What do they say?
And he pulls out 4 of them. Who speaks Reghegic?
I do.
Nope.
Nope.
I actually don't.
Okay. Erithir, it says Runa, Yadis, Steer, and Maria.
what was that?
Runa, Yadis, Steer, and Maria.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Are these names?
They seem to be.
I was asking in character, but yeah.
Orvar just nods quietly.
Name's important to Runyak.
They all like look at each other, and Aldrin says, "We were hoping to ask him." And then Orvar says, "We saw the dragon. It left these behind."
Oh.
Not to, like, just an out of character note. I think this is Blue Rhyme, a reagent we kind of that was mentioned at one point.
Whatever it is, it's melting rapidly.
Don't one of us have a bag of stasis?
Yes, give them here.
I think, like, you say give them here, and Orvar, like, puts an arm over them, and Eldred jumps in front of Orvar. No.
The bag will keep them from melting,
These are ours.
and you may
There.
have them back at any time. I
Make a persuasion
presume
check.
you do not want water.
Make a
All right.
persuasion check.
Oh shoot, my sheet is fucked. Here we go.
How'd you
Make
get
sure-
them down here in the first place?
We moved quickly. Outside of the cold, they've been shrinking.
Ice tends to do that.
There we go.
Yeah. Slowly, like looking at Eldred, Orvar slides the blocks of ice over to you.
Yeah, Don will scoop them up real quick, put them away in the bag. What do I put them into the bag as?
Icing Death's oaths.
Okay.
Do you know to whom the names belong?
They all shake their heads. We can guess. If what you say is true about the dragon.
And what guess would that be?
That depends on what you know about the legends of our people, as well as the legends of this place, which I assume is minimal.
I might know some. Can I make a history check?
Yes.
I've researched.
Could I make any kind of check, such as history?
Yeah, you both can.
So 2 war banner.
Correct.
For me, it would probably depend if they mean this place as in the Fire City or this place as in Eagles area.
There's my history check. I also realized I forgot to roll my portent, so I'll do that now.
So Kilio, you know what you knew previously about Icewind's Dale.
Gotcha.
Nothing.
I didn't figure I was gonna get anything with that roll.
Irithyr. Icing Death, when he was alive, was kind of a hermit. He liked to stay in his ice cave. He was content with the treasure that he had. He wasn't particularly ambitious. However, there were 2 things that could rouse him. One of them was his mate, Icewind, whom he gave this land to. They claimed it. And the other is their brood. Beyond that, any 4 questions you want.
Nice.
Do these... But how are these... Would these names be associated with that, if at all?
They wouldn't. You rolled to see what you know about Icewind Dale and Icing Death.
I rolled to determine what I knew about the Reghegic people.
Ah! My mistake. In which case, they are... they're called barbarians. I really don't like referring to an entire people as barbarians. Icewind Dale. 10 Towns is brusque by Southlander standards, and the Reghed and the Uthgard are brusque by 10 Town standards. They're nomadic. They travel across the Reghed Glacier as well as the northern part of the 10 Towns. They're divided into tribes which compete with each other for resources. There was a time when the tribe of the Elk and the tribe of the Wolf, before Isar, were allied with the 10 Towns, specifically. There was a time when something like 5,000 Reghed men, mostly from the tribe of the Elk, but at that time, everyone was tribe of the Elk, went south and east to a place called Settlestone outside of Mithril Hall, shortly after Mithril Hall was retaken. Most of them follow the god Tempest, which is the Reghegic god of battle and glory. They are, as I said, nomads. They follow the herds of animals for food and placement, and that's how they move around. These days, there's been rises and falls of various tribes. These days, there are 5 predominant Reghed tribes, and for those who bother to pay attention, 2 of those are Wolf. There are Tribe of the Wolf that follows Isar, the whole Malar thing, and then there's the Tribe of the Wolf that rejects Isar, but they are much, much weaker, and they don't have a king. There's also the Tribe of the Tiger, the Tribe of the Bear, and the Tribe of the Elk. Rumyak was Tribe of the Elk, he was the champion of the Tribe of the Elk, and from their iconography, Alrun is Bear, Eldred is Tiger, and Orvar is, I'm double checking, but I believe that he is also Bear. Checking right now. Ba, 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 ba.
I thought they had one that was Hawk, or am I thinking of the Uthgard?
You were thinking of the Uthgard. Orvar is wolf.
Okay.
Orvar and Sigvulf are wolf. But Orvar is from the weaker wolf tribe. Yeah, Eldred is tiger and Aldrin is bear.
I still got questions?
Yes, you still. So if that's what you were looking at, then you get 5. Just the DC was lower.
Yeah, because, what's her name? Sigrid? Or
Sigrid is Goliath's.
I'm mixing up names like terrible. What's Tiger Lady's name?
This one? The one that
Yes.
the one that's in this room? Eldred.
Eldred, okay.
Yes. Eldred is tiger. And actually, if you want to give me one of your questions, Eldred is really important.
Okay.
So important that you might know of her.
Alright.
There's a reason she's named the Tiger Princess.
Yes, she is Eldred Bjornhildaughter, and Bjornhildaughter is the Tiger Queen.
Uh-huh. But Eldred said, like, the names might have importance if, like she said, depends what you know about our people.
Yes.
So-
So, as she said, it depends on what you know about our people and what you know about this place, meaning the Icewind Dale. If these came from Isingyak and their Reghead names, then they're probably the draconic word empowerment, like capital W word of Runyak's family being combined with Isingdeath's memories.
Huh.
I'm sorry, could you elaborate? Because I don't think I parsed that very well.
No,
I'm not sure I parsed it either.
That phrasing terrifies me for a couple reasons. Therein including, it sounds like one of them is going to eventually experience ego death.
I don't know what you mean by ego death, so I'm not gonna follow that thread any further.
It's the concept of loss of self to a greater force or another force within oneself.
You don't know what's going on with Brunyak / Isingdeath right now, and I'm not going to comment on that.
Fair enough.
If these ice slates came from Isingdeath and they are words in Reykjavik bound to the crystallized emanations of Isingdeath, then very likely they have something to do with Runyak. And as such, they're probably Runyak's family, because one of the few things that Isingdeath gave a fuck about was his family.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so my suspicion wasn't that far off.
Are these names close to Eragson, perhaps?
Your guess is as good as ours, but it sounds as if you're along the same way that we are, Elf. We don't know.
What? Like, out of character, what would happen? Like, when you translate a word into another language, it looks different.
It's not translated into another language. It's a Reykjavik rune, and it's a Reykjavik word.
Ah. Okay.
Just frosty.
It's not in Draconic. It is an emanation of a dragon's word, capital W.
Gotcha.
I assume that explanation is like, if you don't mind me clarifying this for my own sake, when like Skyrim, when one of the guys, the Greybeards, teaches you a word, they speak it into the ground and it embeds.
That
Right?
yes,
No?
I have seen that come up in Nordic inspired stuff more than just that. You see it in Dad of Boy. You see it
Right.
in Valheim.
That's just my closest comparison to
Yes,
what.
no, and I'm drawing on that inspiration for this. Yes,
Okay.
but I'm not drawing it specifically from the Greybeards of Skyrim.
Right. In case anyone else wasn't clear, yeah, there we go. I just needed that clarification.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Can we presume that all of you know about the dome?
Hey, it was quite a hassle getting in here to begin with.
It extends into the tunnels.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you not make it to the glacier before it closed in?
Do you have any idea how far the glacier is?
Eh.
They're not all
Besides,
you,
no.
Wolfwalker.
The path through the mountains is blocked. Beyond the dome. We had to turn back.
Blocked by what?
Probably an avalanche.
That and bad things.
Bad
What?
things.
Quark's eyebrow.
What sort of bad things?
All manner of low-born scum. Goblinoids. I don't
What
think I
they-
saw any orcs, but trolls, gnolls, anything dark and creeping. It's as if they've been pushed out of their territory.
I mean, they probably have.
Which means the
Well-
mountains are in upheaval. I'd worry about your clan, Wolfwalker.
If they're all being pushed together, that sounds like a bloodbath waiting to happen.
So we
Hey.
tried to go around, up through the dale, and there's, well, the magic,
And the owl?
and the dragon. Dragons. More than one, I'll
Oh.
learn.
I'm sorry, did you say more than one?
You've seen more than one.
Have we?
You have
We saw
physically...
one when we came into the dome.
Yep.
Right.
Huh. Oh, hold. You mentioned
Which I
an owl.
believe was probably Icewind.
Icewind is dead. So
No,
far
it-
as you know.
It was, if I had to take a guess, I can't remember her name, but it was probably, their, daughter.
Yes. I have her name, but I'm not gonna pull it out right now. Because nobody rolled high enough to get it. You guys rolled for it, and nobody got it. But it's not Icewind.
I was told it at some point, I just can't remember what it is.
Yes. You were told it at some point. You were told it by the dwarves. That's right. Give me a second. It was...
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm looking. Hold on. It was... This one? I think it's this one. No, it's not. It's not this one. Okay, so there's several dragons in this module. Hold on.
I am not at all shocked that there are several dragons in this
Neither am
module.
I, honestly.
Listen, one of the magic items that's in this that I only know about because of Rip and Tear, and probably is not going to come up, so it doesn't matter. That alone should really tell you everything you need to know about.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The difficulty curve. This campaign.
This one?
Is Kimsey cutting out for anyone else?
Yeah, he
Yes.
is.
Am I cutting out? That explains
Yes.
why I got it cut off like 4 times.
Yeah, you're getting
Yes.
cut out, and you were a little bit robotic.
Ah, fucking beautiful.
Arvia Taurus is the one that you were told. Birchmila.
Okay.
Hey, that's her face.
There's a lot of white dragons in this module, which I am down for. Yeah, Arvia Taurus is the one that you were told.
Man, I wonder why points to the sky.
Yeah, right?
I also wonder why gestures to the writ large plot of DA, and if you don't know what that means, watch the rest of DA, you cowards.
We can't get into Bryn Shander, so we camped nearby, and some of us went off to find your trail, and it led us here.
How many? Hang on. How many is your pack?
We haven't lost anyone.
Good.
Aside from what happened at the moot.
Why?
Of course.
Of course, Alrune would say that, given that his fiance was killed.
Yeah.
Lest you
Right.
forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any encounters?
We have an army.
Hey, but there's strange things afoot, even without the dome and the dragons.
There's also an army within the dome.
Yeah.
If you mean the giants, they're not here yet. Both Eldred and Ralphrun look at Orvar like, what?
I'm sorry, what did he... Whenever you talk as Orvar, it's really low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty quiet.
I believe he
I'll
said
lean
the
over.
giants aren't here yet.
Yes, he said the giant. He said, if you mean the giants, they're not here yet.
No,
I was
he's
concerned
right.
I wouldn't remember how to do Orvar's voice, and I did remember, I just forgot that I need to lean forward when I do it.
Yeah.
So, we're doing good.
Well,
For a given
There
value
is.
of good.
there is the other threat.
The
Must
Rhine
ask. I must ask, Orvar, how are you aware of that fact?
I saw them.
Hmm.
Again, Alfred and Eldred are just staring at Orvar.
Guiding Wind is also staring at Orvar but for a different reason.
After a moment,
Wait!
moment,
when-
Alrune just sighs and he goes, "You'd think we'd be used to this by now."
If any of you aren't aware, it recently returned to me just how few giants we've encountered compared to the
Most of
truly
them are at sea.
incountable.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely none of my business, and feel free to tell me to screw off. When Guiding Wind's like special sight or whatever?
Yes, that's why Cookie just said the Guiding Wind is staring at Orvar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Are you saying, Gamzee?
It was like compared to the truly incountable number of them that attacked the Hallowstone's home.
I mean, it wasn't
Knob.
truly incountable. It was like 30.
I mean, listen, when you're looking at a sea of giant beings,
Yeah,
that
no,
shit
absolutely.
can get really hard to count fast.
Absolutely. Orvar says, only one of the Jarls is traveling over land.
What is a Jarl? I mean, I know what a Jarl is, but what is a Jarl?
A Jarl is a leader. It's akin to a war chief.
What have you seen, Orvar, and when? I see a lot. You just don't ask.
Aww.
Then
Guiding,
tell us
Guiding
many
Wind.
things your keen eyes see.
Hmm.
What is his song, Guiding Wind?
Orvar tenses. He looks at Kelio, looks at Eldred, looks at Wind, and he just goes, "Please don't."
Then I shall not tell.
My apologies.
And he looks at Keelio. He says, I can't hear, only see. There's a Jarl moving north along the coast with an army. And there are several ships waiting for her. They have a dragon.
Huh.
Alright, when you say dragon, do you mean working with a dragon or like they caught a dragon?
It's chained to the deck.
Oh dear.
Is it white as the snow?
He nods. It's not the Elder, it's too small. Again, Elder and Eldred like look at each other, look back at over like, what?
Watch is also looking at this kid like, what?
Kilio's no longer questioning it. She's taking no, but she's no longer questioning it.
What do you mean
Is
it's
it,
not the Elder? We only just found out it was... We only just found out about his... What are you talking about, Orvar? I knew from the start.
I'm sorry, just how much do you see?
More than you would expect.
Orvar just nods into his furs.
Do you have a touch of the sight or something?
Well, whatever it is, Lash will give him like a few solid claps up her wrist. Good sight.
Orvar, you're among friends. No, I'm not.
Well, if you're not amongst friends, you're amongst allies at least.
You're born of the snow, same as the rest of us. What have we done to deserve your scorn, Orvar?
I don't want to talk about it. And the only one who could get through to him was Elder Runyak.
Well,
There are
and
some
Sigwolf.
There are some things that simply leave a mark on the heart. It leaves a desire to leave behind the past and all the things that may remind you of it.
Orvar nods.
I understand, young one. You need not share your pain.
Sigwolf is still alive, by the way.
That's good to hear.
Nothing could crush the immutable blood claw.
Orvar shakes his head.
It's not good.
Is he injured?
That's... Oh.
They caught him. And the dwarves.
Furga goes a bit pale.
I can't see beyond stone, but they didn't make it very far.
Yeah, if anyone speaks Dwarvish, I think Furga starts swearing and some very vulgar things.
There's nothing we can do about that right now. We're stuck in this dome. Bubble thing.
And
It's
apparently
weird.
there's several armies of frost giants making for Bryn Shander. Do you know why, Orvar?
I can't see that far.
It's likely because that's the biggest resource point of all the 10 towns.
You say that and Orvar shakes his head.
They're looking for something.
You don't say. We at least have the solace. It's not the ring of... Fuck, it's cold.
You don't have
I
that
remember what
solace. You have the solace that they don't have it,
Yeah.
but you don't have the solace that that's not what they're looking for.
I mean, out of character we should.
Wait, no.
Cause that...
Flat.
Well, yeah, because that motherfucker gone.
That was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago.
If they
Like-
found a way to put it back together, I'm gonna be pissed.
You know, Gamzee, you're not listening to us. You are correct. You have solace in that they don't have it. for sure. But you don't have the solace that they're not looking for it.
Arl's a divine being. Anything could happen here.
They may not know that it's destroyed. More to the point.
That's true.
Mhm.
I agree with you 100. They don't have it, and you know they don't have it. That's been shown. But you don't know that they're not looking for it, which is what you said initially. See what I'm saying?
See, I said that because I thought she watched the occurrence. God, I can't remember her name.
Droofy.
Droofy. I thought Droofy.
Just because Droofy knows that doesn't mean that the Frost Giants know that.
Droofy might be using the ring as a to solidify her own power.
That's fair. Yeah, my bad.
No worries.
Anyways, I was going to ask, Orvar, do you mind giving us context on what they were looking for?
I don't mind, but I can't.
Fair enough.
He said he can't hear, but he can see.
Fair.
And I can tell when people are searching. Things get lost in the snow.
He says that, and Dawn brushes the rune in his chest.
More to the point, why are you down here? What is here?
Well,
This
is a firstborn facility, as far as I can tell,
hold.
designed for the... She starts babbling a little bit.
Drummerwood. Hold your tongue. They will not understand. Allow me.
Aye, that's sort of the joke.
My apologies. But please, allow me.
Alright.
This is a place belonging to a people that came before any of us. And we are here to ensure its purpose continues and does not endanger the Dale and the North at large.
Now, what is its purpose, and how could it endanger the Dale?
It regulates temperature.
It's warm out there.
Yes, I know it's warm, Orvar. Orvar chuckles. I hate it when you do that. I can never tell when you're joking.
That's the point.
There's a lot of lava, and it was a lot higher when we started.
Yes. We intend to see this through. Well, as best we can.
I don't think we're equipped for that.
You all may not be, but
And you think we were initially?
A fair point. Alright, how can we help?
Well,
normally, sorry, go ahead.
They could show us where they came in, through which teleporter, so we know where it is.
yeah, showing us the way back would be very helpful.
Useful, yes, but also
Kind of dangerous?
hella dangerous.
There are things between here and there. We snuck past them, but there's a lot. There's a lot here.
Hey, we fought a lot on the way down.
Was it those lizard bastards?
Or the turrets.
And the
As like, he's looking at Eldred like she said something previously, and Eldred says,
What, you mean the walking target dummies?
and Orvar nods.
I've never seen the like of it before. It's like someone made a scarecrow out of stone and then allowed it to move.
It is known as a construct.
Hey, there's a lot of strange things down here.
I chipped my axe on one nearly.
We can't even get close to the snakes.
The magic must be too great then.
Keelia, make a perception check.
Perception? Okay.
Eldred says we can't even get close to the snakes, and you glance at Orvar, and you note that his quiver is almost empty. He's got like 5 arrows.
That's not great.
Aldrune had a bow at the moot. He doesn't now.
You lot are low on supplies.
It was hard to get here. We hoped Aldarunyak could help.
Are any of you injured?
Slow shake of the head from all 3 of them.
Insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Doctoral insight!
Make sure you're rolling your characters.
I'm not, son of a bitch.
I'll roll it.
What? How many? Because I'm also gonna roll it. Medicine, you said?
I'm waiting on Firga. Yeah, so 4.
Oh dear.
Excuse me. 2, because you already rolled 2.
Did me saying doctoral insight only come through?
Yeah. It came through.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck's sakes.
What?
I had said it once before that.
Okay, so Dawn...
I don't know what's up with my internet tonight. I apologize.
No worries. So Dawn, with a 28,
Jeez.
you eclipsed everybody else, so I'm not gonna bother. They're fine. They're all fine. But Eldred sees you like checking them over, and she gets offended, and she goes,
I have magic.
I understand you have magic, but not all magics can heal all wounds.
That's what I mean. I have some... And so does Orvar. We're fine. A little hungry.
Come. He takes out one of his rations.
yeah.
I think I'm
Orvar-
gonna give Orvar 10 of my arrows.
Yeah, over like doesn't say a word, just puts them in his quiver.
He's handing over. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Nice.
Sorry, my controller just screaming at me. What are you doing?
Because you have Elden Ring open, my dude.
I closed it.
Apparently
weird.
not.
I'll have to open Task Manager in a minute. God, where was I? Oh, yeah, he's handing over a Tor ration, so that should do all 3 of them a little bit.
Yep, it does. Orvar takes it and like passes it out to the 3 of them. Elrond says, I don't suppose you have anything for an axe that's not effective.
Hand it over here, let me see it.
Yeah, he like holds it out to you. It's a nice axe. It's got an iron head. He keeps it in good condition. It's got some wear on it, but yeah, it's got a nasty burr on it where he must have hit something he shouldn't have.
Hey, I can see the problem here. Can I fix this up, or would that like take too long?
You have an anvil?
I don't.
You have a forge?
Oh wait, we're underground, right?
We are.
Yes.
There's a bunch of rubble around, right?
No.
No.
You cannot mold earth from a worked stone. You're inside a building.
Right. I meant. Sorry. Last time you described how Irithir's 2 million volt lightning bolt bore a hole in the ground.
Yeah?
I mean, yes, I did. But it's still.
Can I not pull loose? Can I not pull loose dirt from that?
No.
No. Okay.
Not nearly enough to make an anvil for Firda.
Okay.
Orvar, how's your bowstring?
Orvar holds his bow out to you. He does not have a magic bow, so it's like heat warped because of the change in temperature. The bowstring is a little bit loose and the bow is warped. And thinking about it, Keelio, like, that's probably why Eldred was fussing with her spear.
Yeah.
Like, Orvar and Eldred don't have metal weapons.
Yeah.
Well, okay, technically she has an iron head to her spear, but it's not an iron spear. It's an iron head tied to a wooden spear.
Yeah. Could I restring his bow with the frost spider bowstring?
Yes, you can, but the bow is still warped. Like, it's still going to be less effective. Because they went from the cold to extreme heat.
Yeah. The bowstring I have gives it a +1, so maybe it'll counteract that a little bit, but yeah.
Are you sure you're not gonna need it?
Virga, do you not have mending?
Surprisingly, I don't.
But also, you need the entire thing for mending.
Right, but that could help with the bow, couldn't it? Because you said it's just warp.
Yeah, it can help with the bow. It could not help with the axe because it's got a burr taken out of it.
Right. Sorry, I should have clarified that as soon as I brought up the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Working on that. I may have something I could loan to one of you.
We made it this far. With all due respect, I think we're going to leave again.
That will still take...
Since
it will
Alderuniak
still-
isn't here to help us.
No. But it will still take you some time to reach another point of civilization.
The area is full of people.
It is. I would not press too deeply upon them for assistance, though. They are only now settling in a place that may be safe, and that safety could feign at any moment. Or wane at any moment.
We're not that far from East Haven. And that's not that far from Bryn Shander.
We're heading to East Haven after here.
But you're going deeper in.
Aye, we are.
Hey.
It's not a good idea for us.
If you're heading to East Haven, there is someone that you can meet with.
They
The
look at you.
title is The Doctor. The name is Zulisu Lorelei. We had intention to meet with the Doctor after this in East Haven.
If they're a doctor, that would be useful. I know Eldred said we didn't lose anyone, but it's not entirely true. We've got wounded.
Of course we've got wounded. It's an overland march.
They are more than a doctor. They are the doctor that attended the troubles of Chult several years back.
All the better.
You will hardly come across someone more skilled and more willing to assist you.
I suppose we might as well admit it. We came down here to ask Alderuniak to come with us.
Alrune,
Looks over at you.
while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna reach into my pack and take out a pair of bottles.
Okay. Anything
If
in them?
you, Kalashite Sunrise.
Okay.
If you encounter icy undead out in the snow, this will prove effective.
I would not implore them to attempt combat with those beings.
No, like, make a wall. and run.
Alrun takes them, but all three of them react negatively when you say "I see undead." Like protectively. Like you say "I see undead," and Eldred grabs her spear and moves closer to Orvar.
Hmm.
The strength of these beings nearly outweighed ours at one time. I would avoid them with all your might.
Too late.
Hey.
Throw one of these down and move the other way.
They track you via your body heat.
They're all along the coast. We've had more than our share.
That's why we wanted to go through the mountains.
No, it's not. You wanted to go through the mountains because it was faster.
And then when we had to travel up the coast, you saw that I was right. It was the pragmatic choice.
There were trolls!
Trolls
Right
are a
now
damn
it
sight
seems
easier
like-
than those things.
It seems like right now, no answer is the correct answer. It's just what flavor of bullshit you want to be eating.
To be fair, that will work on both trolls and those, so...
You there, bear.
Hmm.
By your
What can I-
dress, you're not like the other one we've seen. Do you know of one clad in metal, with great claws?
I do.
He's dead.
What?
He's not talking about Iron Gate. Iron Gate has a shield, remember?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Iron Gate didn't go off alone. There was three. There were Stone Path, Iron Gate, and... I don't remember the third one. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't quite remember either, but I know of the three you're talking about.
We
They went-
we honor you, nameless Kodion.
I can fucking find it. Give me a second. Damn.
I'm sure.
I was just cracking a joke. Goddamn, calm down.
Nope, not in there.
Oh, Orvar. Yeah, when you find it, I've got something.
Stone Path, Iron Gate, and High Tower.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Was that all you were doing with the he's dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, no, he's just a... We found him in our travels. There was nothing we could do.
It is unfortunate.
I told you it was a Kodion.
In my defense, he was dead, practically frozen in place, but no way of knowing what he was.
It was the site of a battle. And at that site, we were also attacked. We've been attacked several times. The cold doesn't go away.
By what particularly?
Frozen statues of the sea.
Corpses, more like.
They can't agree on anything. We agree that we've got this far because of you, Orvar.
He's right about that.
Orvar doesn't say anything.
You do this group well, Orvar.
Agreed.
Too many. Not enough food to go around. We should have stayed at the mood.
The mood ended!
You left early. Eldred, crosses her arms and looks away.
And where would you be if you stayed?
Not in this damn dome, that's for certain.
No, you would simply be trapped on the outside.
Might be safer, comparatively. The point is, yes, we've seen these ice creatures, and these explosives will be helpful.
Kilio nods firmly. While everyone's getting their things, I'd like to show you something, Orvar.
Orvar quirks a brow at you.
2 things, actually.
Hmm.
The first...
Eldred makes a lewd noise and chuckles.
Glare at Eldred.
What?
Take out... Did no response, just pulls out the palette of many coats. Now,
Okay.
my notes on this thing got, I don't know, deleted, something. I made them. I remember making them. I don't know where they are. But I can go back in the VOD and get them later, if it's important. But hold out. I think it makes the exact color that you need for a thing.
Correct.
Yeah, no, hold it out to Orvar.
Okay. He looks at it, like turns it over in his hands. And he says,
I know.
It's a strange plate.
It's for painting. I know you focus on drawing more, but
He sketches with a stick of charcoal and parchment. The concept of painting might be a little far for him.
yeah.
It is not unreasonable to say that Orvar has never seen a painting. He might have, but it's within the realm of possibility that he hasn't. So you say it's for painting. You say it's for painting, and Orvar says, "For a house, it's small."
I think it's meant more for a portrait.
He looks over at Virga, head tilt.
Like a picture of a person.
Instead of just drawing, you add color to it.
Dwarf. Orvar is from the tribe of the wolf, but does not follow Esau. His experience is limited.
There's something to be said about new experiences, but
yeah, sure.
I don't have the words for it. I'm trying to think of how Kilio would word this.
Spend some time with Clan Grawl, ask them about it.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, you're in the home of Clan Grawl, perhaps ask him about it.
Orvar nods.
But I think it's supposed to give you the color you need?
He nods again. Are you giving it to him?
I'm trying to think if this is the right decision to do. Because I picked it up with that intention.
You should ask Clan Grawl about this. Just don't ask this specific Goliath about it because it's his.
Yeah, now that I think about this, might not have been the best idea. To be fair, I wasn't expecting him to show up under Clan Growl's home.
So you were just gonna steal it?
That's
Damn,
right.
Not even there yet, and already doing rogue shit.
What's the other thing you wanted to show him?
Oh, the owl's pinion thing, the bard form thing.
Mm.
But now I'm thinking, uh,
Oh.
now that I think about it, like I really, really, really shouldn't do this.
Okay.
Um,
Well, too late.
fuck. I'm trying to think of like, you asked am I giving it to him,
Yep.
and
You can't be 10 interactions into a scene and then be like,
fuck, this was a bad idea. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I mean,
I
you
know.
can, but you have to roll with it.
yeah.
That's fair. No, whatever. I'll deal with the consequences later. This is
So are you
like
giving him the pallet?
I'm now you're giving me the choice. Like I don't know it. Now I'm confused.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna let you walk back the entire scene, but you have not given him the pallet yet. You let him see it, but you have not given it to him.
Okay. Maybe if you, I've actually got I've got a good idea then. Find Bragg and return it to him. It's his, but maybe he'll show you a little bit about painting.
And for payment, maybe Wolfwalker will show you a little something.
Orvar turns pink. Alrin laughs.
I'm very bad at comeback, so fuck. Or
Shouldn't be.
Elio leans around him, glares. Before Eldrick can say anything, back sitting straight up in front of Orvar.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is, do you still have your flute? I think they have the flute. What was Orvar's instrument?
Yeah, he's got a flute.
You still have your flute?
I didn't bring it.
Here. I'm not sure if it's sized right for like. I have my flute. Hold it out to them.
Mm-hmm.
I may not need that one for now. And Killy like pull.
Your flute is much too small for him.
Yeah, probably much too small.
That'd be more
Yeah.
like a brick.
Go
That'd
to
be more
hold
like,
it out, realize it's way too small, and then just kind of set it at her side.
that'd be like a piper's pipe form, wouldn't it?
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
But
Fife.
too small to be like used as a piccolo.
Yeah.
I've got another flute, kinda.
I will be back.
And Killia will like
I've got
slowly
another flute, Elrune. Is that what they call it?
glare around Orvar. Pull out the pinion slowly, not like drawing it to
No.
fight.
Understand.
And Killia will like kind of step back a bit, like stand up, step back.
Mhm.
And play. The notes to Jara Golden Dawn and the River Running.
Oh my god. Okay. So, hell yeah, you do.
Hell yeah, that's a performance, ain't it? Yeah.
It is, but you have advantage.
Okay, huzzah. I could use my flute proficiency for this.
Yes, you can. I've been gifted pesto pasta, and it is very, very good.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
I'll take
Okay.
a Warbrenner.
You already did, so 22. So not only do you play Jar Golden Dawn in the River Running and do so very well, but the Aurora manifestations of the flute are echoed by all the mirrors around you.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
So
Yes.
it's a planetarium show of Jara Golden Dawn and the River Running.
Oh yes.
What is your intention with this? Just to show off?
Yeah, just to show it off a bit. Yeah.
Okay. So you finish, and like Orvar and Alrud are just staring slack-jawed.
Show off?
And yeah, exactly. And Eldred like puts her tongue back in her mouth and looks at you for a minute, and she just goes,
You could have just asked him on a picnic.
What in wolf's teeth is a picnic?
It's when you pack up a bunch of food and go eat outside for some reason.
We eat outside anyway half the time. What?
Rune says, the point is privacy.
Why would I want privacy for that? Gestures up at like the ceiling of the room.
You want privacy for your...
Like, Eldred just like rubs her face, and Rune sighs, and says, Orvar will explain it to you when you're older. Looks at Eldred. How many children do you think it will take before she gets it?
I count at least 3.
Nay, at least 4.
I think Killia rolls her eye. I understand how pups are made.
Have you figured out that Orvar likes you yet?
Orvar this time does wheel around and scowls, which is about as threatening as when Shia LaBeouf does it.
Noise like a steaming kettle.
Basically.
Like,
Angie Bean, it doesn't work.
It's adorable.
it's the King Squeak of Rage from the Owl House.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Eldred just goes,
What? You do? You can't shut up about her.
which is saying something because he never talks.
Aww.
That's rather sweet, Orvar.
Orvar's not looking at you.
Well, I for one think you'd make an adorable couple.
Not exactly in a position for that, considering dome, lava, everything.
But you
Hey,
don't
but
find this romantic. Sarcasm. Debatable.
I miss what you said.
Don't you find this romantic?
I don't know. I for one find saving the world to be rather... I'm not going to finish that. Alrune is standing right there.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you're easy.
It took what, one evening in the woods?
I was grieving!
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Y'all are mean to him, and what for?
No judgment at all. The heart wants what it wants.
I'm not so certain it was his heart.
Hey, that too.
Alrune scowls. I don't have to take this from a woman with a beard and a bear in every sense of the word.
Yurthir just like has his like forehead in his hand, like,
Why are you
I'm
close to
dealing
beard?
with children.
You're the first dwarf that I could tell? I'll put it that way. Orvar, only loud enough that Kelio can hear. Not surprising, he never pays attention.
Is it that he doesn't pay attention, or he doesn't care which way they are?
Hey, do you find us attractive just the same?
He starts to say something, but the poor boy has a tell, and he just slowly drifts his gaze over to Lash. Doesn't say a word.
Ah!
Boys got it tight.
Nice.
Oh,
Anyway,
Fucking boys of
are
this
we going to
character.
spend the
I
rest?
absolutely love a woman who can kick my ass.
I'm sorry, what
I'll
did
be
you say?
right back.
Are we going
Or
to
not?
spend the rest
Yeah,
of our
bye.
lives in this vault?
Well, that depends whether or not we die down here.
Way to lighten the mood, Virga.
I suppose, eh?
Now
Oh.
that
Before I get sidetracked again, sorry, I gotta remember his name.
like looks around to the group, doesn't realize they were all dumbfounded by the thing. Weren't y'all supposed to be getting your stuff together while I was playing?
I would have, but it appeared somebody already readied it for me.
Yeah. That's true, you fixed everybody's gear, Kilio.
Late watch, restless, just goes ahead and packs everyone's stuff together.
Kilio
You used a
OCD
camp
break.
action to do it!
Yeah. Which, me staying up counts as one of the camp actions.
True.
So,
So before I forget, Aldrin, about this axe, and she like turns it over in her hands because she's been holding it this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I can't do much for it without an anvil and a forge, but I've got something I can lend you in the meantime, and I think you'll be pretty happy with it.
Are we not surrounded by fire?
Aye, but do you want to be doing some loud forging with these snake people all everywhere?
You see
You
his
would
gaze. You see his gaze drift over to Dawn. Is it a problem?
All right, if you don't want what I was going to offer you,
I mean, I'll take something from a dwarven forge master, but
Do you intend to hand over what we found in the glacier, Dormawode?
nay, I'm intending to hand over this axe I've been carrying since the moot.
Hmm.
I'd say sit with it for about an hour before you try and use it.
which
You'll
axe are you
find it
giving him?
will it sticks to you like glue.
Oh, you're giving him the axe of return?
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Let me see. He takes it. So he's got a dwarf steel axe of return. Like hefts it a few times. Like, the weight is odd.
Hey, that's because you're not used to it. Like I said, sit with it for about an hour. I think you'll like it.
It's magic.
You must speak to it like it is another person, and it'll become more attuned to your usage.
Nay, there's no sentience in it.
It's like before you say that, Virga, you see Elvard like go cross-eyed and he holds the axe in front of his face and he goes, well met. I suppose I'm your new partner.
I'm a fucking Pokemon trainer.
Dawn is just cow ear to ear smile.
Don't correct him, Virga. Just don't correct him. Let him be a Pokemon trainer.
I think she opens her mouth to say something, but then just kind of runs with it.
you lots are terrible at describing attunement.
I don't know. He's got the measure of it. You just need to have a good hour-long conversation, and it'll be fit for use.
Look at her there.
like-
And then she turns to them like, I apologize. I mean no offense by this. But he doesn't, Orvar doesn't even know what a painting is. Do you want me to say attune to it?
Alrune, still focused on the axe. I don't have much bloodlust. I fight for protection, if that's agreeable. He's like walking off through the safe deposit boxes, talking to the axe.
He's
Mike.
trying. He's trying,
Mike.
goddammit. We love to see it.
Virga, I don't think you can.
By Zenterra, he's really going to do it.
Virga, I don't think you can tune an axe.
No, not tune an axe. Attune to an axe.
Are we talking about tuna now?
I could go for some tuna, actually.
I prefer knucklehead.
You are a knucklehead.
I prefer Knucklehead. Eldred immediately. Here, and mead.
Don't call Alrin a knucklehead, that's rude.
Kinda is.
No, I believe,
That was
she means
crazy.
knucklehead trout. It is delicious.
It's also valuable.
I do a question for you, Eldred.
Hmm?
How strong do you fancy yourself?
I got this far.
He unstraps his spear from his back and just is like kind of idly holding it.
When did you get a spear? Hold up.
I've had one since the start.
You've been carrying a spear this entire time.
Damn Skippy.
I mean, I carry around my fishing spear and fishing net.
Yeah, like,
Bragg's got my mace.
right, Bragg has your... I have you as having the mace, the shield, and the Greatsword of Spring's Dawning.
I don't got a great shield.
Not yet.
You've had a spear. Like, what kind of spear do you have, sir?
It's a large spear because he asked if he had reach with it.
Mm-hmm.
She can't use that.
It is.
So, you hold out the spear, and Eldred takes it and stumbles with it, and like thunks the butt down on the floor, and it's like 2 feet above her head.
He does that like light nodding and holds his hand out for it.
She passes it back to you.
It was an offer, as it is something I have yet to get much use of since I received the Sword of Spring's Thawing.
I mean, if I had a boat, I'd probably take you up on it.
If you
It
had
would
a
make-
boat, we wouldn't be down here.
I don't see you with a boat, Orvar.
I don't have a boat, but I don't claim to have a boat.
Considering what's in the water, I don't feel like a boat's a good idea.
Aye, we have tried a boat. It was not a good time.
Sorry, brief aside. I'm probably never gonna use it, but just for due diligence, what kind of axe is, Alrin's?
It's a hand axe.
Is he still over there talking to it?
Yes.
I didn't screw him, right? Since he's focusing on it, it's gonna work.
Yeah, good, because he's focusing on it. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Honestly, it's not a bad way to focus in on something.
It's really not, especially if you don't know any better. Like,
Yeah?
he will almost certainly attune to that axe. That being said, my god, is it funny.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, I love it.
We're gonna find these kids sometime later, and it's just like all ruined. Okay, go.
Not only did we
He's gonna
set
throw
out
the
a
axe like a Pokeball.
thank
It's
you,
an
Maxwell.
axe of returning! He can!
He's
Not-
gonna name it.
Not only did we set him up to attune to it, we also introduced him to the concept of rubber ducking.
Oh my god, he's going to name it.
Yes, he
He's
is.
gonna-
He's absolutely
Uh,
going to
He's
name
speak-
it.
absolutely gonna name it.
Speaking of fantastic,
Human?
I
Will
apologize for completely interrupting the flow of conversation, but hey honey, this food is fantastic. I can't stop eating it. Sorry.
That's fine. He's just gonna,
So what I'm hearing is you want thirds.
Yes.
whatever he's gonna name it, it's just gonna be that. Just every time he throws it, he's just like, I don't know, like random axe name. Someone throw out a random axe name. Somebody,
Random bullshit, go.
huh?
Hewen.
Ewan, go!
No, we
Every
already
time he throws
established
it.
this axe isn't sentient.
Just every time he throws, he's gonna give it sentience at this rate.
I could give it sentience.
I'm just saying, there's actual stuff in D&D that when people pour enough attention into items in the past, it has slowly gained its own properties. That's
Yeah.
not likely to happen here because I doubt Elrune is very magically attuned, but
That type
that's
of
a
thing
thing
takes
that's happened.
generations, not an hour in a dungeon.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's a thing that's happened.
listen. Nobody knows how magically attuned Alrund is, not even himself.
Fair, actually. That's very fair.
The day comes. Elrune, do something. Do what? Do weird hand signs at it. Summon magic. Fireball. And then there's a firebolt. and he is out of the rest of the fight because he's scared himself to death.
Okay, so aside from the fact that you're describing the main character from My Hero Academia, what are you guys what are you guys doing?
Oh fuck. Oh, it's a great question.
So let's
I mean, we're gonna have to
formulate-
leave eventually.
Yeah, let's formulate a plan.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys formulate a plan. I'm gonna eat more of this amazing bacon chicken pesto.
Good.
Nice. So these Reghedric champions, as they were called at the moot, know where the exit is.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to escort them to said exit.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. Remind all the entities in here of a way out of this place.
I mean, they seem pretty content.
Homie, these things already know about the teleporter squares.
We've seen them use them.
Yes.
It's not that they're trying to escape, they're trying to make their house bigger.
Yeah,
I did say remind.
true. It is also a high likelihood that if they go through there, they're going to get blasted by dwarven turrets.
You make a
So-
fair point.
So Firga needs to get to a terminal to interact with said turrets and turn them off for Eldred, Alrune, and Orvar.
They got down here.
Yeah, they did get down here.
Your target, the target we initially listed was the snake people, wasn't it?
I don't remember who I specified.
I can't
Which would
remember if we had a blacklist or a whitelist. I can't remember which one we
You
had.
had both.
Yeah.
which these guys are on neither, so I don't think they would have been acknowledged by the system properly.
Well, if you're not on the blacklist, then by default, aren't you on the whitelist?
No. As anyone who has tried to work with browser extensions in Chrome can tell you, no.
Oh.
Okay, so what happens if something goes through that is neither whitelist nor blacklist?
Generally, your computer shuts off.
Yeah.
Lovely!
So
It's-
in this case, it's Murmur's discretion.
Basically, you're right, because he's the he's the only thing up there that's able to pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
These things are running old Windows 2003.
God fucking Murmur up there. Are those the champions again, or are those more humans, more children, more people? I decided to use 3 different words, all of them wrong. I'm just gonna go home.
Well done! Wait,
So
aren't you already home?
So what are you doing?
Step 1, escort the children to the exit.
Okay.
We've established this much.
Step 2.
Great
Are we,
question.
are we escorting them all the way through, or are we taking them to the teleporter, trusting them to get out?
I mean,
I think it would be wise for. So here's the thing.
Be careful, guys. Valeria thinks something is wise.
Hang on. Hang on.
That's like me having an idea.
We do not know what's on the other side of the teleporter when we get to it.
Correct.
Someone with evasive capabilities Basically.
Already suggesting yourself as the lead force. All right.
I'm
built
not
Lash.
suggesting myself as the lead force.
Right, okay, so Dawn goes through the teleporter.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll send on.
You can jail yourself. It's fine.
You joke, but yeah.
Or Irithyr, he's got Misty.
Yeah, Irithyr, Kilio, or Dawn, or Lash, someone who can take a hit and get away with it.
Yeah. So we're sending Firga with them. Let's go ahead.
Ganondorf, here we go.
Where are you going with this?
Ensure that the path is clear, and then, like, one group, like...
So what you're saying is scout ahead so they can get back safely.
Yes. And while the rest, say, like...
Who is echoing? Someone is echoing.
Gamzee.
Gamzee, you're echoing.
While the rest, say... cause a distraction.
Nightfall wasn't screaming into his mic. Jeez.
He's not.
I mean, we might not need a distraction if they can be sneaky enough.
Yeah, if we can be sneaky, we don't have to worry about that. But one failed check is all it takes, sometimes.
So how much of a penalty does talking to your axe give when trying to sneak?
Yeah. Never once did you ask them how they made it this far.
Yeah, we just kind of asked how they got down. They said, at the front door.
So, how did you sneak past all of the guards and snakes and constructs, I think?
Alderun shudders at the question, and by way of explanation, Eldred chuckles and says, I turned into a spider.
Okay, but how did you get the rest of them down?
I turned into a spider, and more or less I was on his head, pointed Alderun. And
She gestures at Orvar.
he was in a bottle.
I'm sorry, he was in a
I'm
what?
sorry, what?
What?
Orvar just nods.
How are you in a what?
If I show you, I won't be able to do it when we leave.
You don't have to show us, but what?
That's fine.
Did you cast a
Alderun, growing
spell, or are
impatient.
you,
He turned into a cloud.
Noted.
Hey, that's a spell.
That's okay. Anyway. So,
And then it was just me sneaking around, and I understand how to hide from predators and hunt. Same thing, sort of.
Alright. Then there's probably not a problem.
If something attacks me, I just throw Orvar at it.
No, he's got a point.
can't
well.
really stab a cloud. I think.
I mean, you can, but it wouldn't do anything.
You said can't really stab a cloud, and Orvar nods, and then you said I think, and he nods again.
That's... Excuse me. Lost my voice there for a second.
I love him so much. It's good. It's good.
That's
It's pure.
an interesting idea, actually.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Spell is gaseous form. Second.
What level spell is gaseous form? 4th, I think, but Aragonasi can do it ritually. I think.
They can.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna go look.
I'm pretty sure they can.
Congratulations,
And if
Whatever. You gave the wizard an idea.
It's a third level spell.
What the fuck?
I'm 60% sure that Aragonasi can
What?
cast gaseous form.
Luckily, Aragonasi is at the top of the list. Unfortunately, and for some stupid fucking reason, the only spell they get is levitate.
No, they have
Yeah.
like unending breath, and they have something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mingle with the wind. You can cast a levitate spell once with this trait. Yeah.
Oh.
It's
The,
just-
the other two, fire and water, you get multiple spells, but air and
They
earth
get-
only get one.
they get fire and water get a cantrip and a spell, but earth and air only get a spell. And I think we 5-point foxed this before, saying air get bind winds and earth get mold earth.
Oh yeah, yes. I will also say that, like, it's absolutely a feat that a Ganassi can take to get more elemental stuff. The point
Makes
is,
sense,
Orvar
makes
can
sense.
cast Gaseous Form.
Right. Hmm.
So, like, no offense to you guys for looking stuff up, but sometimes I get a little bit annoyed when I'm like, this character can do this, and you guys are like, how? Because then I have to justify it, and sometimes I can't easily.
And then there are times like this where it's like, they do this thing, right? Yep. Let's double check. Oh, wait.
Yeah. It's just a little bit frustrating sometimes.
Sometimes the answer is because it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just going to maybe extract that from the archive so I could make a Firga in a bottle.
Okay, so the problem with Firka the bottle, aside from the fact that you have to rub it the right way, is the fact that it takes a long time to shift in and out of that form.
Not unless you drop concentration.
No. There's a spell. The spell that I'm thinking of, I don't know if it's the Ashes form or not. It takes like a full minute to shift solid and shift gaseous.
Gaseous form is an action.
What the fuck spell am I thinking of? Cloud
I'm not
Walk,
sure.
maybe?
I know this
Yeah,
player
you might be thinking of
Yeah, it might
Cloud
be.
Wall. I know that's like a really powerful like flight spell.
Yes. How long does gaseous form last?
Concentration an hour.
Okay, then yeah. Then
Yeah,
you could put a Firga in a bottle.
Yeah, Windwalk is the one that takes a minute.
But also, Wind and Dawn can just yeet the dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes, but this would also solve the trying to sneak the dwarf into somewhere problem.
I mean, valid, but you still have Lash to do it.
I mean, I was gonna say we could just double reduce and put in this bag of stasis.
You could.
You could do that, yeah.
You won't. I don't think you'll die in a bag of stasis.
Just double reduce. Just double reduce and put Kilio in your hair, Don. Job done.
I'll go to Tiny, and then what's after Tiny?
Diminutive.
Diminutive. Jesus.
Who's the huge dude and the tiny chick in Bleach?
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
It's Kampachi and his social inhibitor.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Sorry.
Girl that he once rescued on a whim. I remember that. Yeah.
I can never remember her name. I just know she talks for him in pretty much every social interaction.
Yeah.
So she's around for.
She's his like assistant captain.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Then it
Yeah.
would be-
Sorry. Sidetrack. Sorry.
So what are we doing?
So just one of you,
Getting-
then it will be easier to get you out.
Getting them out is all well and good, but what about our own goal down here?
Yeah.
Getting them out is great, but I'm gonna be out on this. We need to figure out where the fuck we're going to finish this. Because we still need to do what down here? Like
We need
like
to
2 pumps or
find-
something?
2 more pump stations.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We don't have access to a terminal to get. We need access to a terminal to get a map of this, of where the next pump is,
Right.
per se.
I'm just okay. So like, yes, they're kids, but also they're capable.
They're late teens. They're not any more kids than Kilio is.
Yeah.
So they're like Nightlight's age.
A little bit older, actually.
Ah.
Yeah, Seagwolf is older than Solcom. And Eldred is just younger than Seawolf.
I'll be.
They're all just a good bit more tempered than
Yeah.
Nightlights.
But at the same time, all of them have expressed that they don't like it down here and they're not effective down here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's send them back.
Yeah. I like the idea of step one, take the kids to the exit, and at that same time, us also finding out where's the exit in case things get hot. No pun intended.
Yeah, that's a solid first step.
And
Agreed.
step two should be finding a terminal.
I also agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, there is a terminal in the bank, but I don't know if it would have a map of the city.
You didn't
It
check.
might.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is we could check the one here before we go looking for one.
You could do that, yeah.
I'd
Then
say
Pirga,
do
check the one
that
here before we go looking
go.
for one.
What'd you say, Duh?
Go ahead, Gamzee.
I was gonna say I was saying we should check that before we leave at all.
Exactly.
That's what
Yeah.
everyone else is saying, friend.
Yep.
What? No, you're reinforcing what they're
Nothing,
saying.
nothing.
So, is that all the plans that you're making? I want to know what your objectives are.
Help find a map. Help the kids get out.
Right?
Find the
the
two
net.
pumps.
And fix
And-
them.
Fix them and finish this place.
Also,
I
there
know,
was something about a.
I'm sorry. I was right there with you until, and to finish this place. I need to know what that means.
Do we
Sorry.
want to stick around and find out what the big scary thing at the bottom is?
There's supposed to be. I think Murmur was theorizing it could be a mana composite or something. Was that right?
No. Murmur said there's a lot of magical energy at the bottom of a volcano.
Yeah. And
I thought something about mana composite was mentioned. I apologize.
Magma composite, as in fire or melted earth. He was saying there's what I believe his exact words were: there's a source of greater heat than the lava around it when the whole thing was full of lava, which is still mostly full of lava. But at the bottom, there was a source of greater heat than the lava, and according to his schematics, there's nothing there.
yeah.
So do we want to stick around and see what it is, or do we want to book it?
I mean, Oak done told me up there, hey, there might be some fire spirit down there for you.
That's true.
End goal, get the prize for wind
And save the place.
and save the place.
Okay, to be clear, you have already saved the place, providing that the crates don't turn the pumps back off.
Yeah.
But even then, you don't know how long it'll take to fill back up. But like, Murmur told you outright, turning off the first pump station completed the main objective.
Yeah. So rephrasing it to more securely keeping this place under wraps.
Okay. Your intent is to go to the bottom?
Yes.
Okay, then to do that, you need to find the other two pump stations.
Okay.
But
So
that's our plan.
So
Well, let's
everything's
do it.
still lining up how we wanted,
Yes.
more or less.
Okay. So, somebody define the order of operations for me, and what you feel needs scenes.
Pirga getting information from the terminal for here if possible. If it's not here, we need to find another terminal with more.
Okay.
Getting the kids, like once we go out, we need to speed run these kids to the exit.
Do you, though?
Don't need to speed run, but
They got to you unscathed.
Yeah, honestly, I think these kids are probably better off just making their own way back because they made it here without us. And I mean, look at us. We have a Tor, we have a gigantic bear man. I wear armor that makes hella noise.
Arguably, they're more dangerous. Like, it's more dangerous to have them with us.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we
Alright.
can probably take them out of our order of operations. Just send them the fuck home.
Well, we could Before-
But you know what I mean.
Before I
we could keep them in the order of operations and make sure they have a and try and find them the shortest route back first. If we do manage to find the map.
I mean, they
If
managed
we
to
get a good like terminal point where we can do a lot of shit from, is there a reason why we shouldn't have Fergus stay at that point as like mission operative?
Distance.
We have the earrings
Our-
ascending.
Distance,
Yeah.
and you may need Firga at the pump station.
Yeah, I might need to open the door or something.
Right.
I mean,
Is there
Firga,
any reason for Irithyr not to stay? I've got eyes of the Runekeeper.
You don't have permissions.
you may not have not so much permissions. You may not have the ability to access it because Firga uses custodian.
Uh-huh.
And also, distance comes to play again. The further away you are from each other, the harder it will be to get back together, especially in a hostile environment. Like, if you guys were killing everything in this dungeon, then there would be less of a reason. But as far as I understand it, you're not. You're mostly sneaking around. Firga is the slowest member of the party. Irithyr is a sight better, but eventually he will run out of magic.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
About the only person that I would say, like, it doesn't matter where you are, you can link back up with the group, would be Kelia.
Yeah.
Because she
Like-
moves at like 500 feet around.
You're in a city. You're in a metropolis. Like, it's a big-ass location. Just because you find a terminal does not mean it will be where you need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you had, like, Gate, that would be a different story, but I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yeah. Gate's
Yeah.
like a
9th level spell.
7th.
Yeah, that's a
or something
long ways
level
off.
spell.
That's a spell that can summon
it's
gods.
nice.
I just summoned the ocean with it.
To that kind of point, would Dimension Door be pretty useful?
Yeah, I mean, Misty Step would be useful, but like if we're talking about if we're talking about New York City, right? Then eventually Misty Step and Dimension Door will not be useful. They will be useful for longer than Firga with neither of those things, but eventually the party will get potentially far enough separated that it's not feasible.
Yeah, Dimension Door's only 500 feet, which I know, like, saying only 500 feet, but also that's not much concerning this city.
No,
I was going to say, in other contexts, it's like 500 feet, that's a lot. In a metropolis, that's
like a couple blocks at the most.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is we got to start working on a spell called Gather Your Party.
I mean, I don't call it Gather Your Party, but I have that. Rockham has it.
Yeah, let's just go to Waterdeep and steal the Horn of Clan Grawl.
Then Clan Grawl will have shit with 2 different Goliaths.
You joke, Cookie, but I might.
Killian rocks up to Waterdeep. Where's the boys?
Kilio rocks up to Waterdeep.
Yeah, right. So yeah, like, am I saying it is a bad idea to leave somebody at the terminal and other people go elsewhere? No. But what you said was, is there any reason not to do that? And the answer is yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a very valid reason.
It essentially takes whoever stays behind out of a fight.
No. It puts whoever stays behind in serious danger.
Yeah.
That
No backup.
too.
It's not that it takes them out of the fight; it's that it might put them in one.
And Virgo's like, AC of stupid. Deck save probably ain't that great.
AC is stupid ain't gonna mean much if fucking 9 bros roll up and decide
My deck
hyper
save isn't
beam.
My deck save isn't terrible, it's the mental stats that are a problem. Which is saying something because I'm an artificer.
Yeah.
I mean, while valid, action economy will win every time.
Yeah.
That too.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you have an AC of stupid. If you just keep getting hit, eventually the enemies will
Goblins
break.
are CR 1/8.
And they still kill like 10th level parties.
Oh yeah, like there is a critical mass of goblins. All I have to do is throw a critical mass of goblins at you, and it doesn't matter what CR they are, you're dead. Like,
All I can even imagine is like a wave of goblins, just like that one scene from early SpongeBob.
I thought
Yes.
that one scene from early SpongeBob, Sibs, my sister and Dice. World War Z is right there, and you went for SpongeBob. Like,
Because
wow.
I've got some.
That's because the first episode of SpongeBob is the bigger threat.
Yeah.
You know what?
thank
Valid.
Like, yes, I would like to change the type of my tidal wave with the Order of Scribes. Okay, what are you changing it to? Goblins.
Can- You just summon like 50 goblins you have hired to be on deck for any attack you have.
I will say this:
Goblins.
50 goblins is not a critical mass of goblins, as we've seen in Golden Fields.
God, I'm
I mean,
sorry.
to be fair, we had dragons with us.
I just had a terrible thought. Chest of holding, or a chest of holding and stasis. What's carried in there? About 100 goblins. Call that a drop pod.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Any roads.
so okay, find a terminal. It will depend on what the location is. Entirely on what we do with leaving someone there. I'm against leaving anybody there, personally.
Yeah.
Here.
No man left behind.
Yeah, pretty much. So, escort mission, see if we can find a terminal along the way. If the one in the bank doesn't give us what we need, it's unlikely because you're likely to just find an ATM, in all honesty.
No, it was like at the counter.
It was on the teller side of the counter.
Yeah.
You might find like civic information in there.
Still helpful.
And from there, we proceed to the exit.
I mean,
Searching.
civic information is what we're looking for.
What do you feel necessitates a scene, champions?
Do we
That's a good question.
do we have anything else to say to the kids before we send them off?
Not particularly.
Okay, they can be sent off whenever. Because they didn't get what they came for, which was Runyak. So,
Yeah.
do you give them the ice back?
If they want it back,
Yes,
yeah.
they want it back.
I could also just give it to them if we meet up outside later.
They,
Although we could be here for another couple days, so
Yeah, it's a
that's
big
probably
if.
not a good idea.
you could die down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so sending the kids on their way, going once, going twice.
I'm having doubts. Sorry. Yeah, I've got no scene for it. Okay.
Going once, going twice.
Are we sending them off on their own, or are we escorting them?
We're sending them off on their own.
They got down here, they can get back.
Yeah.
Assuming
And
they
they're
have enough
stealthier.
arrows.
And they're stealthier without us.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing any additional bids, so sold.
Okay.
I was
Also-
waiting for one of you to be like, could you tell us any features of the city? Where everything is? Did you see anything on your way here?
Fuck.
Son of a bitch.
We can't fix it now.
Yep.
God damn it.
Anyways, really quick, I'm gonna go make myself some food because I'm getting ungodly hungry.
go.
I'm gonna be on mobile listening in though.
That's fine.
I'll be able to speak. It'll just be sparring.
That's fine.
All right, be right back.
So then, Firga, you want to plug into the mainframe?
Yep. See what I can find out.
Okay. Call high or low?
Hi.
Calling high. Oof.
Oh.
You plug into the mainframe in the bank side of the terminal, and what is that, Lash?
I didn't quite hear what was being rolled. I haven't gotten up yet, but I was trying to offer War Banner, or is that not something this can apply to?
It's not something this can apply to.
All right, I'll be back. Whoever has access to Lash's sheet, do me a favor and roll for that.
Yep.
I'll speak when I can.
So you plug Custodian into the mainframe, and helpfully, Custodian is like, access to security system, client records, and transaction history.
All right.
Basically nothing that you need.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, security system could affect the turrets outside.
You know what? That's a point. Here's a question. Is the security system info all pertaining all inside the bank, or is there stuff on the roof, for example?
Processing. Exterior defenses non-responsive.
Right, so there are exterior defenses, but we can't get to them from here. Alright. We're gonna have to find another terminal then.
Alright, then let's move.
Alright.
Where you headed?
Hold on.
Okay.
Can we locate another terminal? Before we go gallivanting off, can Custodian locate another terminal, perhaps?
You know what? That's a point. Alright, if we can't access a map from this mainframe, how do I phrase this?
Custodian, where's the second nearest terminal?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Scanning.
Alright,
Processing. And then, like, Custodian would just start to float off.
alright, follow that bot.
So, to be clear, you have sent the kids away to their exit, and you are leaving the vault following Custodian.
Actually, before you...
Okay.
Custodian, before you show us how to get there, where is it?
He can show you? He can show Firga. I do not have a way to convey that information to you.
Fair enough.
Like, he can show you like a radar ping, like a green circle with a ping in a direction, but I can't. There is no way that I, as the GM, can describe that to you, Birchmila, in a way that will be of use to you.
That is completely fair. I just wanted to make sure we had a heading in case someone got separated.
What were you going to say, Kilio?
I do not remember now. Sorry.
Cool. So you guys are just leaving the vault.
last call for things to do here. Does anyone want to get anything, see anything, put anything back? Keelio?
No, I didn't really take anything.
Okay.
I got nothing.
I think we're good.
And all the vaults downstairs reclosed on their own, right?
No, because it takes about a day, and it's been about 9 hours.
Never mind. I thought it was a shorter timer.
No, you specifically asked about it and said it's about a day.
Okay, never mind.
We have the peace of mind of knowing that they probably will close, though.
If the mechanism works.
Yeah.
True.
So, just to be clear, you're not opening Brew North Vault. Like, you're asking everybody else, but you're not asking yourself.
I think I'm leaving it.
Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna kick myself later, but I'm leaving it.
you guys make your way out of the vault, make your way past the bronze dragon statue, you open the main door out into the parade grounds, and this is the first look you guys have gotten in the better part of a day. Damn. So there's the mess that Firga made. There's the mess that Warpig made. And then there is just... It looks like the parade ground got carpet bombed at some point.
That would be when Killia was using the dagger to go across, and they were just blasting the concrete behind her. She got hit quite a few times.
No, I would have said, this is a trail from Killia. No. The parade ground is in a great deal less repair than it was the last time you saw it.
This is what the kids did.
Or is it?
No, I think I would have heard that.
There are several... There is, like... Before, you guys just ran across the parade ground. Sometime in the last day, there is now more crater than parade ground. You have to pick your way around the craters. There's no crate bodies, but there are several dead sentinels. Or, I guess, neutralized sentinels. Just in various places. And Custodian doesn't seem to care, just floating along. There's no sign of combat. Like, in the... Like, okay, I know what I just said. There is no sign of immediate danger.
I still would like the group to move stealthily. Feel like stealthy and careful.
You guys doing the stealthy thing?
Yep.
Let's stealth it.
Alright, anybody got any buffs to pass out?
I have the war banner for everyone.
Yes, you do.
I know Firga has the tape canceling out her disadvantage on her armor.
Why don't you worry about yourself, Hoss?
I was actually going to worry about Lash and give her an enhanced ability to cancel out the disadvantage on her stealth.
Okay.
Enhanced ability, dexterity.
Okay. So, go ahead.
On the topic of the tape, it's been a while since I applied it. Do I have to reapply it, or is it still okay?
You're still good. You haven't taken any big hits.
Okay, cool.
Stealth checks, everyone. Also, just checking. Dawn, you might have been muted for the last 20 minutes. We haven't heard you for a bit, friend.
I just realized I could go get my computer and I can roll my own shit. I'll be prepared.
Alright, fair dues.
Did you try to say something a second ago, Cookie?
I did. Before my stealth check, I'm going to go in spirit form.
Okay.
Which gives me being able to move at twice my speed, no difficult terrain, and advantage on stealth.
Yep, so you can just float through.
Yep.
What's your spirit form look like? It can be just a translucent version of yourself, or you could turn into, like, a spirit.
I think I'm gonna use one of my portents and give myself a goblin 20.
Okay.
In this particular instance, because I like to think that when he does it, it isn't the same every time, or it doesn't have to be the same every time.
No, it does not.
In this instance, he is a spectral hippocampi.
A spectral McFucking who?
Hippocamp? The water horse?
A Kelpie?
Probably.
I don't know what a hippocamp is, but I know what a Kelpie is. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the thing that's a horse in the front and it's got a fish butt?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called. But okay.
It's called a hippocampus.
Fair enough.
Well, hippocampus is the part of the brain.
It is both.
It is both.
I
Does
see
it-
hippocampy.
Does it look like a horse face and a fish butt?
Yes.
Neat.
It is. It's a horsefish.
It's a
on
horse
this cool
fish.
picture.
Okay. So I'm waiting on Breaking Dawn and I'm waiting on Guiding Wind.
I'm making.
How many war banners do you need?
6.
Okay,
Well,
making
5.
sure.
Gonna use enhanced ability? Alright, that's good because you guys have rolled like absolute shit.
Man, thanks
Yeah.
for giving me advantage, Spirit Form.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? No, like, good
Yeah.
golly. Okay. So 17 for Dawn. Why do you have heavy armor? You're not wearing heavy armor. What? So, alright, so I need to do some math here. Somebody help me factor this, will you?
I'll pull up calculator.
I've got a calculator pulled up.
Thank you. 8 plus 22. So 30.
Yeah.
Plus 20. So
50.
50.
50.
Plus 7.
57.
Plus 11.
68.
Plus 17.
85.
Plus 4.
89.
89.
Plus 2.
91.
Plus 3.
94.
Plus 4.
98.
Plus 3.
101.
Dude, wait. Yeah.
You guys passed by 1 point.
Yes!
Champion. Oh shit,
yeah.
I just realized I wasn't muted. I've been rummaging through drawers. I
I'm
apologize.
so glad I passed up the enhance ability. I wonder if it mattered.
I will tell you after session.
So, we are the champions. Yes, Dawn, you are the champions. So you guys, yeah, pick your way around the craters, along the parade grounds, up a side street. You have a near miss from one of those larger than life stone. Like, it looks like a firstborn, but it's way too big, and it's just an automaton. Just thumping.
The target practice dummy.
Yeah, exactly. Thumping up the street. And then Custodian leads you into what the audience would recognize as a brownstone apartment building, but there's no way the champions would.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys go inside, and there's a little, like, info desk, and a staircase, and a narrow hallway going straight back. Again, brownstone. And there's a terminal on the info desk. You guys can get, like, this appears to be a lodging of some kind. Anything in here that's not made of stone has been burned away because this was under lava.
Right. Okay, so yeah, gonna give a try on this terminal.
Okay? So you
Any
plug...
neat things in here made of stone?
Huh?
Any neat things that weren't burned away? Like made of stone?
The stairs, the desk, the terminal. Like, the walls are bare, there's no, like, plants in pots, there's no papers. The stuff you would expect to see in a brownstone, because it all melted. Trigger, call high or low.
Hi.
So, Scout fits or Custodian fits into the terminal. What's the war banner for?
I thought that the war banner was like kind of a thing that I can help apply, or am I misremembering how this works?
It is a thing that you can help apply to attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Isn't stone cunning technically an ability check, or is that
This
different?
isn't stone cunning.
Oh, I'm not smart.
You are smart, but nobody said anything about stone cunning.
Yeah, this is rolling to see if the terminal has the information in the first place. Because you can't find what isn't there.
Yeah. So Custodian fits into the terminal, kind of buzzes for a second, makes an R2-D2 noise, and then pops out, sparking slightly.
Uh-oh. What's that about? What are you sparking? Looking for damage, if any.
Yeah, there's a little bit. He says, what's the word? What's the word for no, I remember. He says, outer chassis integrity holding.
Alright.
Terminal non-functional. Warning, dangerous feedback detected.
Ew. Alright. Don't tamper with this one in particular. Understood.
All right. Where do we go next then?
Alright.
What's so dangerous about it?
Well, if my suspicion is correct, if you put something in there that's not supposed to be there, someone or something's gonna get zapped.
Did you miss the R2-D2 noise in the smoking custodian?
Was that to me or to
The lash.
My audio cut out. I just heard that dangerous feedback loop.
Ah.
Sorry about that.
So what do you do, Virga?
Right, okay, so... turning to the group. The way I see it, we can keep looking for our map, or we could ask Custodian to take us straight to the pump station. If Custodian knows what it is. Do you actually know where the next pump station is?
Scanning. Processing. Affirmative. Within a tolerance of 200 meters.
You could have. I'm sorry, Virga. You could have asked it where it was this whole time.
I mean, you guys were the ones suggesting a map, but the reason I didn't jump straight to that is because the map might show more information about things we need to look out for.
Also, 200 meters is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be like 650 some odd feet.
Leans around Farah, looks at the terminal. And you do your thing and fix it?
I mean, I can try. Again, if I mess this up, I could, let's say, one of Yetterthir's lightning bolts would be more pleasant if I fuck this up.
I mean, your armor.
That might be hyperbole, but...
What might be hyperbole?
That it would be more pleasant to get hit by one of Yetterthir's lightning bolts.
Hi. The discharge from this terminal did not destroy your familiar.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm pretty sure Yetterthir's lightning bolts would destroy your familiar.
Which is why I followed up with, that might be hyperbole, actually.
Okay.
Point being, I don't want to get zapped. But would I be able to make an attempt to fix this thing, or is it too...
Stone cunning!
Okay.
Because you can use stone cunning with firstborn equipment.
Int, I'm assuming.
Yes. If you had, like, a mobile workstation and unlimited time and a parts fabricator, pretty definitively you could fix it.
However, we
However,
don't have
with
6
that-
weeks.
with that roll, you're not entirely sure how to get it open.
Okay.
Would the guiding banner help her at all?
It's like she can use stone cunning for firstborn technology. I didn't say the DC was easy. The stone
That's
cunning,
fair.
the war banner is like, it might give you more information, but at the end of the day, the whenever somebody asks me that, I look at what is the best result of a war banner? +4, right? What does the war banner, like, what would a +4 give to that roll? Given what you rolled for your god, +4 would still put you at, this will be a thing.
Right.
So, like, it's up to you if you want the war banner, not me.
I'll take it if she wants it, but I figured with what you said, probably
Okay.
it's not gonna be effective.
Well, if you have it anyways.
Yeah, so there's your +4. So then, taking another look at it, you could get it open. You can futz around with it, but
I would still need the parts fabricator in like a week.
yeah, maybe not a week, but like, it's not labeled. Like, the terminal was not labeled. So, like, the first time you pull out a part that you don't know what it is, that's going to slow you down. And yeah, like, you open it up and it's a computer inside. So, like, it's complicated. If you had a manual and a fabricator, you could fix it. As it is right now, with the time crunch that you're on, there are better options on the table.
Yeah. So she faffs with it a while, sees what she can do.
How long is a while?
Um,
Because they don't know that you can't do it. So I imagine the champions are just going to let you go.
I think she goes at it for about 5 minutes before
Okay.
she says,
I would not call 5 minutes a while.
Okay.
But yeah, with 5 minutes, you can't really
Before
get
she
anywhere.
admits, like, yeah, I know this is a project.
I love the idea that you're faffing with it. We see Figure like pulling out pieces and examining them, and they just get more and more ludicrous. Like, first you pull out like just a wire, you fit it back in. Then you pull out an amp plug and fit it back in. Then you pull out a spark plug, pull it back in. Then you pull out a flux capacitor, pull it back in. And last you pull out a tesseract and put it back in.
You pull out something that looks like a rubber chicken.
Just a
And the
fucking
very
lamp.
last item is a potato.
Just a fucking lampshade gag the whole time.
The last item's the battery, just the potato.
You're right.
I just said that.
I know. I'm elaborating on
It's
it.
a potato with a lens and 3 arms sticking out of it.
Oh my god.
Damn it, that's what I was.
I love it. I don't think I'll be able to fix this in one evening.
You start to hear a voice from the terminal, and then Figure closes it before we get copyright striked.
Nice. Well, given that it was under lava, kind of to be expected.
But this whole place was kind of built to withstand lava, wasn't it? Maybe not to the same degree as the other section was, but nonetheless. So, do we want to make a break for it and try see if we can pin down where it is within 200 meters, or do we want to see if we can find this map?
Let me make something very clear.
Yeah.
Because you said a thing that is flatly wrong.
Okay.
This place was not designed to be under lava.
Mhm.
when this facility was operating correctly. You don't know what the fuck happened to the Firstborn. You don't know. When this
You know
place
what?
was
That's fair.
when this place was operating correctly, the lava should have never gotten past the first pump station.
That is very fair.
So, absolutely McFucking not. This place is designed to be under lava. No, ma'am.
All right, point taken.
I mean, it's a lead, 200 meters, whatever that is.
You know what a meter is?
Know what a foot is?
No, you know what a meter is.
Okay.
Kilio speaks many languages. One of them happens to be metric.
Archers and wizards need to know the metric system.
Fair enough. The only reason I know the Imperial is because of fucking Floon.
Yeah, right. So?
Okay, so no one actually answered. Do we want to make a break for it or find another map? Or try to find another terminal with a map?
I mean, it seems rather random whether or not these quote terminals will have a map or not, but 200 meters, that's like, words are hard. Fuck.
That's a bow shot.
Yeah, 200 meters is a bow shot. It's something solid, like we can search that area.
Alright. Then I suppose we're going for the pump station.
So you're all going for the pump station. I'm hearing Kilio and I'm hearing Virgo. Where's there like Lash has to mute? Fine. Wind, Dawn, Irithyr, where you guys at?
I like the route that is more guaranteed.
That's the thing. Neither of them are guaranteed right now.
But getting within the pump station is a lot more guaranteed than, hey, does this place have a map? Nope. All right, to the next one.
All right.
Yeah.
Dawn,
Dawn-
I see your text, but that doesn't answer where you at.
It's within a 200-meter radius, is that
It's a
correct?
margin of error of up to 200 meters, is what Custodian said.
Mm-hmm. That's a large margin of error.
It is. But if it's wrong, we have a couple different ways to quickly scout.
It's a hell of a lot smaller than New York City.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Fair.
We can also look for more terminals as we go.
All right. I'm down for.
We can also look for
heading
more
toward-
terminals as you go. Are you going to follow Custodian, or are you going to look for terminals?
Well, I was gonna follow Custodian, but some people have much better perception than I do.
If we happen to pass a terminal while
Okay.
following Custodian,
Exactly.
We do have the people that look pretty good.
Okay. So, you guys are heading back out onto the street, following the puttering Custodian.
Yep.
Cool.
Stealth, I assume?
I mean, are you being stealthy? That's not for me to decide.
I know, I'm asking the rest of the group. We're still stealthing, right? Dawn says yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stealth checks.
Alright.
I'm back, sorry.
Enhanceability has worn off because Virga took several minutes with the thingus.
Okay then.
What?
Hmm?
What, Kilio?
we may want to cast it again.
Oh, never mind. It lasts up to an hour. I am a dingus. Thank you,
Oh.
Dawn. So that's okay.
Did you call for a roll? I was deafened.
Stealth. Why were you deafened?
Grandmother came into my room.
Ah.
I am so glad I have spirit form right now.
What's a gnat, Gamsey?
What, is there bugs in your room?
I think Gamzee has advantage due to enhanceability.
I think Gamzee is excited.
I think Gamzee is discussing specific numbers.
So
But the question is, was it a nat... Whoop. The question is, was it a nat 1 or a nat 20?
Exactly. I'm pulling out the calculator. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Calculator.
Did we roll the guidances, by the way?
Looks like it.
All right, numbers, man. Give me the numbers.
Okay. 12.
Yep.
22.
34.
17.
51.
7.
58.
22.
80.
29.
109.
2.
111.
2.
113.
1.
114.
1.
115.
4.
119.
1.
120.
Nice. Congratulations, friends.
Huzzah!
Oh.
Oh?
So that's not actually 22. So, minus 6, so 114.
Still passing.
You don't know what the DC
Assume.
was.
I mean, fair.
It's one thing to go across the street, it's another thing to stealth through the city.
That's true.
So we're just gonna check that. Lucky bastards. So yeah, you guys make your way through the city. Enhanceability is saving your asses because Custodian doesn't notice danger. Custodian just putters along, and then you
Right.
guys follow along with him. You pass a whole lot of stuff. You pass a barracks, or a long building with a bunch of crate in it that looks like a living quarters. You pass several of the Legend of Zelda style sentinels crawling around on the buildings. By several, I mean like 30.
That's a lot of sentinels.
You pass several of the large dwarves walking up and down the street. You pass crate patrols. You pass buildings of every description, and the more you look, the more you see the lava damage. I get stone and brick and metal buildings, but the more time you spend looking around for danger and spotting things, you see the big smears on the side of the building from prolonged contact. All the glass in the windows has been blasted out. You see scorch marks in door frames and along crevices, things like this. And you guys make your way through the city. And it takes a while because you're stealthing, and also Custodian is not that fast. But eventually, you make your way back to the big lava lake. Not where you first found Kilio and dropped in, on the other side of the city that is touching the lava lake. And you know those warehouse piers that exist in major cities?
Mm-hmm.
You see one of those with very obviously an industrial plant sticking out of it, with these huge hoses dropping down into the lava. And then Custodian turns aside from that and starts going into a pizza parlor.
I missed that. What you say?
And then Custodian turns aside from the big, obvious industrial plant and starts going into a pizza parlor.
Please tell me the pizza's burned. It's absolutely burned, right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah, one
glad-
hundo.
I'm glad Custodian has his priorities straight.
Excuse me 1 second.
It's like, if you guys go in there, Custodian, like, goes into the pizza parlor and then makes the GPS, like, you have arrived noise. Like, you could look out the busted windows and see very clearly the industrial plant. But it's, like, out on the pier, out in the lava.
There's just this ambient noise of this really catchy music.
Really catchy music?
Really terrible but catchy music.
What are you referencing?
Pizza time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea either.
Oh god, you guys don't know Pizza Time. God.
I don't... Is that a meme?
Yeah, it's from like an old Spider-Man game that had a pizza delivery minigame.
What?
Yeah, it's great.
There was a Spider-Man game with a what?
The song is also in the modern PS4 Spider-Man. If you'd like hang outside of a pizza parlor, you can hear the music.
I have a question. Why is there a pizza delivery game in a Spider-Man game?
Do you not?
Because Peter Parker takes on whatever job he can find.
He's a photographer for the Daily Bugle.
That doesn't pay him like shit.
Yeah, when that doesn't bring in money, he's got to do other things.
Pizza delivery, though?
My man's delivered pizza in the first Spider-Man movie.
I would pay good money to have my pizza delivered by Spider-Man. I don't know about you.
Was he?
Sorry, I'm
like,
back.
are you talking about the Tobey Maguire movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like 6. I don't remember that movie.
How are you 6? You're older than me.
I don't remember that. Anyway, I have no idea of this meme.
Anyway, jaunty pizza parlor music. But
Yeah.
warbled to hell because all the speakers are full of magma.
Yeah, well, point being is, you have arrived. Look out the window, down long pier, giant thing.
So what about that place?
Hey, I think we found it.
Yes.
Is it crawling with crates?
Mm. Oh no, there's absolutely a Denny's down here, Lash. There's a Waffle House and it's still functioning despite being submerged in magma.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, volcanic eruption does not count for the Waffle House scale being, like, all the way to max, okay?
Due to tornado doesn't count for the Waffle House scale being max.
Dare I ask what the Waffle House index is?
It's like an index used in by places that suffer tropical storms to determine how bad a storm is. If the Waffle House closes, you know it's bad.
Ah.
Yeah.
If the Waffle House is closed, it's probably like a nuclear apocalypse and you need to get the hell out of there. Anyway, is the place crawling with crates from what we can see?
What you can see is fucking nothing because there's a giant pier and the plant is on the far end of the pier.
What's the pier made out of?
Stone?
Cool. Just checking.
And it seems to be roughly 200 meters out.
Alright. Shall we go check it out?
Would Icing Death's return close the Waffle House? There's your YouTube comment for tonight.
Okay,
God,
so
now I'm just imagining a Waffle House in Prismere and it's still fucking open.
Okay, so you know how there's like parody names for D&D so that people don't like have to pay for the rights to say D&D in their media?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I just thought of one and I'm upset. Waffles and winos.
Oh my
yes.
god.
Hobbits and
Greg.
hotcakes.
What?
That's a good one.
What'd you say?
Hobbits and hotcakes.
Hobbits is copyrighted way harder than D&D is.
Yeah.
I don't
we
care.
Could,
It's funny.
but we
Okay.
could do halflings and hotcakes.
Halflings and hotcakes. I was gonna go with hostess and hotcakes.
That works too.
Okay, now I actually kind of want to make this though. Hostess and Hotcakes, it's a tabletop game about running a cafe. I kind of want to play that.
Kind of same.
Caprese is one of the example characters.
One hundo.
Okay, so pier, long stretch to the pump station.
Well, you don't
What
know
we
if
assume to be the pump
there's
station.
a large industrial plant. It looks different from
Yes.
the first pump station. You don't know if it's the same thing.
Okay. Is there an obvious door?
Hey, custodian, what's that place right over there?
For fuck's sake, Valerian. One in-character interaction in the last hour, and it's immediately interrupting another player's question to be a shitlord. Thanks, Valerian. So, Firga, is there an obvious door? Did you miss the part where it's at the end of a fuck huge pier?
I did not miss that, but knowing Firstborn, it might not be as simple as you'd first think.
Like,
Relatively
what
safe
I'm
position
saying is,
here.
how would you be able to discern details from this distance?
That's fair.
I could scout out with Arcane Eye.
You could. Now, to Kelia's question of, hey, custodian, what's that over there? Processing. Pump station beta.
Well, there we go.
Custodian scans the room that you're in, and then very slowly, processing, and then putters out the door.
The noise is gone.
Custodian, come back here.
He's like making his way down the pier.
The custodian's doing the walk of shame.
Thank you, Custodian. Right, so if it's at the end of a big old pier, is it like a straight way where there's nothing to hide behind, or is there other buildings along it?
There's not other buildings along it, but there is just like the ubiquitous warehouse pier kitsch.
Now, hold on for a moment. I've got a dumb idea.
Here we go.
Brace for impact.
Someone cast bail.
You
Vampire
made a
Bandit.
joke. You made a joke about us being in a pizzeria.
No, I didn't.
Alright.
You're in a pizzeria.
I mean, yeah, but you know what I mean. Are the tables intact?
No.
Oh,
Why?
I was gonna say if they're the same stone as everything else, the big boys could just take one as umbrellas, and then we blend in more or less.
Umbrellas?
Tables walking down a pier is definitely inconspicuous.
This is some Metal Gear box.
There's
You
some,
guys
there's some
clearly
key
understand
factors.
what the fuck he said better than I do, because I'm stuck on umbrellas?
He wants to try and carry it like a bush to hide behind as he walks down the pier.
Then why did he
There-
say use the
there's some-
tables as umbrellas?
I don't fucking know.
There's some
Umbrellas
key
from
factors
what?
that- There's some key factors to my statement being missed, and frankly, I don't have the strength. So, moving on.
I'm sure there are key factors to your statement being missed. Pick up this if the quote. If the tables are made from the same stone as everything else, then the big boys could pick them up and use them as umbrellas to move down the pier. From what? What liquid are you
them up.
protecting yourself from?
Pick them up like umbrellas.
That makes less sense, my guy.
How does that make sense?
Floating stone tables or stone tables being carried by the only white things in the vicinity is going to make you less conspicuous? I'm missing something.
Yeah, I have an interesting question for you, Gamzee.
This should be good.
What's the end goal?
Ammo.
Ammo?
Did you just say ammo?
No, you. Oh my god.
I mean, your thing's
You want
cutting
to
it.
throw the tables at people?
He said camo.
Oh, camo.
I also
makes-
heard. I
That
also
somehow
heard ammo.
makes more sense and less sense
Also
at the same
heard
time.
ammo.
Man, I'm going to bed.
We love you, Gamzee, but what the heck?
I'm trying so hard to follow your logic. Okay. I understand the concept of Metal Gear Solid using furniture to move down a pier. I understand that. I'm failing really hard to understand where umbrellas factor into it, and
Because pizzeria tables tend to be that single post sticking to the ground type design.
right.
So you hold them by that up and above, so it covers more of you. And
I have a quick question for you, Dawn. And I'm not trying to razz you, I'm just trying to see your logic.
I'm not trying to razz him either. I'm genuinely for all
can
I
I-
know, Gamzee has a plan that works, and I'm just not following. Go ahead, Birchman.
Okay, so holding it above your head kind of implies that the crates are above you. Aren't they mostly on ground level?
Yeah, wouldn't you want to hold it in front of you like a shield?
Or behind you? To cover your ass, literally.
Like a frying pan in PUBG.
you have a point there.
And then, you specifically said the big boys can carry them. Dawn and Wind are the big boys.
Yeah, we're the most easily spottable.
How is that? Yes. How is them carrying furniture and moving going to make them less spottable?
The idea was if it's the same stone as everything else, it'd make us easier to pass a glance over.
So,
I think you and I are thinking of different things, and I think that's the issue.
well, for one thing, I don't think everything down here is the exact same type of stone.
Yeah, first of all, yes, that is correct. Second of all, pizzeria tables have the one stand coming out of the ground. So you would have a shield on the top of your head, but you would be completely visible from every lateral angle. If you're bigger than everything around you, how is that going to help you anyway? In your scenario, is there a tablecloth that you've neglected to mention?
No.
Then I don't have any idea what you're trying to do.
As I said about 2 minutes ago now, it's probably best to abandon this.
I mean, okay, but I don't like that answer. I want you to bring to fruition what you want to bring to fruition. I am stuck on what you're trying to do, my dude.
So instead of carrying on this table idea, I'm gonna take a page from a lesson I learned earlier this campaign and ask, okay, we want to sneak to the what's it called? warehouse factory looking thing. How best could we go about doing that?
Okay, yeah, completely valid question. And my answer is you don't have enough information. To effectively sneak to a location, you need to know what its defenses are, or more or less what its defenses are, if any. That is a question you should be asking after Irithyr sent his arcane eye, which he suggested and nobody said anything.
You know what? That's fair.
Irithyr, would you like to send your arcane eye?
Yes.
Okay. Remind me, because I'm not trying to be a shit here, your arcane eye is invisible?
Yes.
That seems kind of dumb, but okay.
Create an invisible magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration.
I think I've said before that I think that's dumb, don't I? Didn't I?
I'm pretty sure you have, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because I think Wakanga used a visible arcane eye at one point.
I've had a couple of people use a visible
I think
arcane
you
eye.
rule that you can turn it visible.
I
think that's what the ruling was last time.
I'm sure it is, because Irithyr very quickly was like, yes, it's invisible. Like, I get it. I'm lamenting that it's invisible because that seems like not even like DM annoyed that player has dark vision type thing. Like that. It's not about that. It's about I can use that on you and you'll never fucking know. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that. I feel like it should be a separate spell to turn it invisible. I feel like I made this exact same lament last time.
It's a 4th level spell, to be fair.
Right, I understand that. Like, it's effectively astral projection, and astral projection should be a high level spell. But like, again, like, I ruled that it's invisible before. This is probably the exact argument that I made last time. Like, I just don't like that it's invisible. It feels cheap. It feels like one of those things that wasn't fully thought out. But again, fine, fair dues. So,
if you want it to be visible...
I feel like we've had that song and dance already, and you convinced me that it's okay for it to be invisible.
I don't know. I think we just went with the raw ruling. I don't know.
No, I don't want it to be invisible, because again, I can have an arcane eye following you guys around constantly, and you'd never fucking know, because it's intangible. Like...
Detect magic just kinda... It's there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like... That feels cheap to me. Like, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, I wanna see if the sword is magical. By the way, there's an eye staring at you. McFucking what?! Like, how, like, that derails everything. You see that? Like, should you be able to cast invisibility on it, or have someone else cast invisibility on it? Yes, absolutely. Should it be invisible base?
Could I make a suggestion? Make it a feat?
No, because that's the exact same problem. Like, clairvoyance is already, you put an invisible sensor on the thing, but it can't move, right? Like, you focus on a place or a person or an object, and you get to be in the room with it, and you get sensory information, but you can't move the thing. And then here, we have a sensor that you can move at a shorter range. I do not give a shit that Irithyr's eye is invisible. I care that it is a precedent being set that I can have any spellcaster be like, Arcane Eye, and my party would never know about it. And I don't like the paranoia that would breed. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah, I gotcha.
it's one of those, like, I'm gonna roll insight on every NPC. It's the exact same thing. Like, it just doesn't feel like it was thought all the way out. So, if you're okay with it, Irithyr, I would rather it be visible. It's about the size of a cat, so it can hide. It's not a giant beacon of light, but it means that it has to be in out of the way places to not be detected, right? Like, and
Uh-huh.
it can phase through walls, so who gives a shit, right? Like,
It can't, actually.
what?
A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter.
Why the fuck is it not ethereal? You have perfect control over it, yeah?
Yeah.
You can just, like, make it go wherever you want. Why is it not ethereal? Do you get tactile feedback from it? Like, can you tell if it bumps into something?
You mentally receive visual information from the eye, nothing else.
Oh, my God.
So if it can't move any further, you can tell that it stopped.
But for all you know, it could be running into a person. But the person counts as a solid object.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any form of window in that building visible to us? Like, of the industrial plant? I haven't gotten that far yet. Where are you going with this? Let me circle back to you. I'm dealing with Irithyr first, but absolutely fantastic use of that ability. I know it's Cookie's ability, but, like, yeah, fair dues.
Yeah, I could do that.
I would rather it be visible and ethereal, and I feel like that would give you more utility, Irithyr.
Uh-huh. Alright.
It's like, yeah, it's about the size of a cat. It glows, but it doesn't cast light. And it can phase through... It can't phase through, like, magical barrier. It can't phase through, like, a ward, a light screen, stuff like that. But it can phase through physical ones.
Alright.
But it can be visible, and it uses your stealth check, but it has advantage.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances.
Alright.
So, would you rather use that, or would you rather have Guiding Wind use Farsight, or both?
What?
I
How
mean-
does Farsight work again?
Farsight is you pick a point you can see, your perception shifts to that point.
For up to 5 minutes.
Yep. You can also cast Farsight from Farsight.
That's
I
a
mean-
weird little chain.
Arcane Eye would be a 4th level slot used up, so...
Right.
Go
But
ahead on the
wherever...
first date.
It's an ability.
It's an ability.
Go for it.
He doesn't have exact control over it like Irithyr does. It's more just like his consciousness teleports instead of his
Yeah.
body.
Does it cost you anything other than like charges for Farsight?
No.
It can make him sick if he does it too much.
Yeah,
Or too quickly.
That tracks.
Say, let Cookie have some spotlight.
Fine with me.
Sure.
But I did ask Irithyr, so.
It is up to your thing, I suppose. He did call for it first.
Peter?
I mean, if I don't have to use up the 4th level slot, I don't wanna.
Alright, cool. So what does casting a Farsight look like, Cookie?
So it looks like Guiding Wind peering off into the distance at what are we saying? A window at that warehouse?
Let's for now say the warehouse.
Yeah.
Is there any outward notion that you're doing this thing?
Yeah, it's... He looks at that point, very deep breathe in, and the light from his eyes leaves.
Okay, cool. So for the sake of it, let's say there's a little, like, spiral effect where your perception is, so the audience can follow along.
Yeah.
So you, like, flash to the roof of the warehouse, and you note that there's no movement. There's no, like, guards, there's like, nothing outside that you can see immediately. But there's also not an entrance from where you flash to. So you flash down to the side of the building, and you see a big industrial sliding door has been, like, ripped off or melted. Not really sure. It's not there anymore. The building has significant heat damage to it, as does most of the stuff on the dock. Now that you get a good look at it, like, instead of, like, shipping containers, it's like piles of slag that are vaguely shipping container shaped. But you can go through the hole into the building, you flash inside, and you see, you can see what looks like the pump station from up above in, like, one part of this building, which is several rooms. It's like a big industrial plant. It's a big complex, and in one part of it you can see what looks like the pump station from upstairs, and the rest are these humongous, like, major workhorse pumps and turbine system, which look fucked. Like they look like they're connected, but they're blackened, and they're offset in their housing, and a lot of them are melted. It's one of those things where, like, you can use a wet marinade in a vacuum sealer until the wet marinade gets in the vacuum sealer type thing you're talking about. It's kind of like that. And milling around in here, you see just straight up fire elementals.
Oh, beautiful.
They're not even crates. They're just like little, like, imps of fire just milling around.
Oh boy, that's a thing to see on Google Street View.
Yeah, right.
Because that's all I could imagine with the way you described this. It's just Google Street View gliding and
Your cookies clicked further up the street.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I click to the next point. One of the fire elementals is falling down.
Yeah, you're right. Can rebuke the elements be used from Foresight POV? No. But even if you could, that won't fix the damage.
Yeah.
So what's the word?
The word is light come back.
Okay.
Couple blinks. That feels weird.
What did you just do?
Well, we needed to find out what was there, so I found out what was there.
She just gives you a quizzical look.
All I had to do was look.
Oh, like Orvar.
It's
Yes.
It's a
kind
bit
of
of an
exactly
object-
like Orvar, actually.
Exactly like Orvar. I have news.
It's your news.
The good news. Whatever would be blocking our path has been destroyed or melted down.
The bad news.
The entire interior has fire damage, as well as fire elementals within it.
Well, that's just lovely. Unsurprising, but lovely.
Fair enough.
So we fix it, right?
Hey. Try
How do
to.
you fix fire elemental?
Water, usually.
If only it were that simple.
Gestures to guiding wind. See?
Can't you just make them leave like you did before?
If I were to do that, we wouldn't have too much time to work with.
Out of character, can you talk to them?
I mean, there's no reason I couldn't talk to fire elementals.
The question is, do they want to talk to you?
Exactly.
One way to find out.
Yeah.
Gilio's not going to suggest you talk to the fire elementals, but
Why not?
'cause Gilio doesn't know you can talk to fire elementals.
We've seen him talk to elementals before.
Yeah, that's right, the wind elemental thing.
Bro,
Really?
I talked to Oak.
Oh, you did talk to Oak. Yeah, that's right.
Few of us talk.
But Oak
I mean-
isn't fire, you know.
I mean, we all talked to
Not
Oak
with that
about it.
attitude.
Yeah, not with that
Yeah,
attitude, he's not.
Wind
Not
talked
until I
to Oak.
setting Oak on fire.
Yeah.
Oak was.
Oak
cool.
invited him over for tea.
Yeah. T and Crumpinson told me, hey, go downstairs, there's a thing for you.
Good luck, have fun, bye.
So, what's the play, friends?
Okay. Here's what I say, alright?
Mm.
We
Mhm.
make our way across the street. Get inside the building. Guiding Wind attempts to talk to the elementals. If they don't want to listen, rebuke the elements. Make them fuck off. Hopefully.
What's the range on that?
Cook.
30 feet. This is a giant industrial plant. Like,
Simple solution. Rebuke the elements, make our way to the terminal, and then if they want to start shit, they can get hit.
I love that plan. I do. I love that plan.
I said it like shit. I'm praying to God when you people steps in here and adds to it.
yeah,
I
Keelio,
think-
so come on, add to it.
I think rebuking them from the start is the wrong move.
Like I said, we talk to him first, or we
Ye-
try talking to him first.
Yes, we rebuke them if we get overwhelmed and have to retreat. It's best to save like a rebuke for. Oh fuck!
How many rebukes do you get, Cook?
Some.
Thank you, Kat.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you.
Usually.
Number greater than one.
I'm kidding. We always appreciate you.
Would restoration of elements help with the damage to the turbine? No.
Wait. Hang on. That should, because that can undo effects of elementals. It might not work from lava damage.
Can you link restoration of the elements? Because let's see. At the start of your level 6 of your connection to the elements heightens, when you use your elemental sense feature, you can now not only sense elementals are nearby, but if the area around you has been magically altered by the elements. Your rebuking of elemental forces becomes much more focused at this level, allowing you to negate magical elemental effects. You can use your rebuke the elements feature to cast a modified dispel magic. Any elemental spell effect of 3rd level or lower that alters a creature or area ends. Okay, that does not mean that it goes back to the way that it was before. That means that if there is a consistent whirlpool, the whirlpool goes away.
Makes sense.
Like, if there's an elemental making a tornado in a spot where there shouldn't be a tornado, or a rainstorm, or wind, or whatever, like, you can remove that thing, but whatever damage it did is still there. So where are we at? 1 rebuke per short or long rest. There you go, Gamzee.
See. So, we go in there. We try to be diplomatic-like. If they don't want to be diplomatic-like, we can try to tear our way down there, but that doesn't solve the repair issue.
So, like, maybe, Gracie, maybe Custodian knows where some replacement parts might be in the city. Well, they might have been destroyed too by the lava. We're kind of... Without a mending spell, we're kind of screwed a bit.
I could get mending, but it would take another long rest.
Right.
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay,
Oh.
so I want you guys to think about what Kelio just said and how I GM.
That's fair.
I missed what Kilio said.
Kelio said, without mending, we can't really do anything.
I don't think that's accurate.
There's gonna be another key to the room filling up somewhere else. Either that, or we already have. Either that, or we already have it, and we're being dumber and. Ugh.
Sorry, room filling up with what?
It's the room filling with water analogy. Kit has said on several occasions, I will never put you in a room suddenly filling with water without giving you the key to get out beforehand or during.
Well, giving you the chance to get it.
A very small but important distinction. I will never put you in a room filling with water and lock the door without giving you the key beforehand.
If you choose not to use the door, that's your problem.
Yep.
Right.
Like, there is a big difference between I won't put you in a dangerous situation and I won't trap you in a dangerous situation. There's an important distinction there, Ron.
And that's fair.
My brain had that as one and the same. My apologies.
No worries. That's why I'm clarifying.
So yeah, okay, so if it's that damaged, maybe there's parts elsewhere we can replace them with?
There could be. I'd ask. Custodian knew where this was. He might know where a come on, parts storage would be.
I'm confused about something.
Eh?
You have no information except a cursory visual examination by a non-expert, and you're jumping straight to let's lug replacement parts across the city?
Yeah, we should get in
Why?
and assess the situation before we worry about repairs.
And also clear out the elementals somehow.
We're pre-planning before we've even seen the plan in action. Or we're pre-planning step 2 before step 1's even, bore fruit. Whether it's ripe
You're
or rotten.
executing Plan B before Plan A, more like.
Right.
We'll never know if the fruit is ripe or rotten unless we get it on.
I mean, I'm. If you guys want to load replacement parts across the city, I can facilitate that. I'm just confused that that's where 3 of you are landing.
Well, I landed there because someone said something to the effect of needing mending to get this thing going again.
Which
And
was
that's
Valerian, which should have been our first notice to return to step 1.
Right. Thanks, I guess.
I'm just kidding, amigo. I would have said the same thing if I had said it.
You realize how redundant that statement is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so do we want to scout anymore, or do we go knock on the door, so to speak?
From a cursory looks, it looks like there's only the elementals to worry about, but there could be more lurking. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, we've tarried here a bit long enough.
Again, I say we go over there. We have Wind try to talk our way into not having to fight them, and if they don't want to be peaceful, we don't be peaceful. And assuming that goes well, which there are no guarantees it will, we take a look at the damage, if any. We know there's a bit. We take a look at the damage. And plan from there. Yeah? Objections, additions, subtractions?
Seems fine to me.
Vader? Tricky?
I mean... Seems alright. Sorry, I'm kind of fading.
Did you do the thing?
Yes.
Okay.
It is 10.
It is 10. So, yeah, my next question was going to be, do we want to go another hour and get into this, or do we want to pick that up next week?
I'm fading to a bit.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm probably outvoted, but I'm good to keep going.
I mean, that's already 2 that are saying no.
Yeah, I have to work early.
Alright.
Well,
So,
we made progress this week.
We did.
you
And we
did.
also discussed the Waffle House Index, so that's a win.
So, yeah, so you guys will approach the warehouse next time we play, which I sincerely hope is next week, but the way Vom has been going, who knows?
We're never gonna get out of this dungeon. It's the harbor all over again. Hey, wait, it's the harbor.
I feel like 5 or more weeks ago, I was like, do you guys want to get back to the module, or do you want to keep in the dungeon? And unanimously, you guys were like, we want to continue on in the dungeon!
I'm not disputing that now, but we're never gonna get out of here.
You're all going to die down here. Anyway, I don't even know what that's from, but I know that quote. Let's
die. You can't kill me.
Let's just go ahead and put the end of the show right there, with you guys making your way towards the industrial plant, and then let's do some shout outs. And Valerian, you're going to start us off.
Okay, hello, I'm Valerian the Kitsune. I do admin stuff and things here. I push buttons, and I almost didn't push buttons because my finger slipped off the push key. If you liked what I did here as Kelly Wolfwalker, feel free to catch the other shows I'm in, such as Tales of the Nightlights, where I play Percival Averill.
Did you almost say Percival Averill of Clan Roche?
No, shut up.
And
can facilitate that.
Lance Corporal Drill Noises, the Kinku, on the Patreon game, which you can find where's the link, Kit?
On the Patreon.
Yeah, on the Patreon. I have no idea
Gamzelis.
if that's linked in the YouTube or not.
Gamzelis.
My name is Guy Gamzelis, the bard of heroes, teller of tales that need to be told. And there are a lot. If you need me, you can always find me on the Discord or in DMs. Speaking of, you're on the YouTube. Thank you. We appreciate you. A like, a comment, and subscription can go a very long way if you're willing to give that extra support. And if you need something to comment about,
Waffle House Index.
Waffle House Index, does icing death count? Would this cave filling with lava count? I don't know. Does a
The answer is probably no, because it was
Just
the
a
first
terrorist
one.
you count? No. Sibs.
Hi,
And why does
my
Warren
name
China?
is Sibs143. I'm in no particular order an artist, a stagehand, and a keeper on Kit's Discord and Patreon. Yeah, I'm a little out of it tonight. I apologize for that. Bullshit went down today. So hopefully I'll be back at it next week. I was able to get my schedule handled, so I'll be here. Have a great night, everyone.
Back at it again at the Quispy Queen. Vader.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yes, Vader.
Hello, everyone. I am the Journeyman Vader. I'm a moderator on Kit's Discord and a streamer on Twitch. You can find me over on Kit's Discord on Twitch at twitch.tv/JourneymanVader or on Twitter at VaderSidious. Be sure to tune in, hopefully this Sunday, for some of my own on my own channel, my campaign of Baldur's Gate Descend into Avernus. Or if you're watching this in the future, it may still be going on Sundays. So be sure to tune in.
If you're watching this in the future, it may still be going on. I'm trying to parse that, my guy. Hold up.
I mean, I said this Sunday, but I don't know what's this Sunday when they're watching this in the future.
No, you're absolutely right, and what you said was correct. It's just the way that you said that took me a second to catch up. You're good, Cookie.
Hey, what up? I'm Cookie, also known as the Extinct Bacon on just about every other platform. I do things behind the scenes in most every game. If you see
Hooray!
a thing, I probably did it. Woo. I also love a lot of things D&D and tabletop, and if you do too, my DMs are always open. Otherwise, you'll find me lurking in the Discord or the Patreon.
Thank you, Barchmila.
The Waffle House. Does the Champions, the Nightlights, or any other DA group showing up to kick your butt count? I am Barchmila, aka Gracie. I do art and things for Kids channel, and I also love tabletops. So if you like either of those things, give me a poke.
How dare you make that a segue? First of all, I try not to interrupt the shoutouts. I'm bad at not interrupting the shoutouts, but I'm a little bit mad at that one. You don't get to be like, do access the PCs close down a Waffle House. By the way, hi, I'm on the. No.
No, I think it's perfectly allowed. I think Gracie did good.
Right.
I wanted to list off all the parties, but I blanked like partway through the spiel.
I don't think Kit interrupting outros that closes down a Waffle House.
I think Kit and Nick's arriving counts for the Waffle House because they will eat them out of product.
You're damn right we will. Anyway,
Please.
For my part, as ever, I am the Sharp-Eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a community that is ever devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoy your time with us. This has been Dice-Icive Action Voices of the Mountain, our weekly D&D 5-Point Fox module mutation, combining Icewind Dale, Ram of the Frost Maiden, and Storm King's Thunder, with my own spin on both. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you, and hopefully you are less frustrated than I am about just... I want them to get to the cool thing, and I know there's a cool thing, and they're just not... Anyway, Thank you guys so much for being here tonight, and as always, it's time to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to each and every one of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell, and hopefully I'll see you all next time as we heed the voices of the mountain with a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.